Hey, I'll have to cut the beginning of that. Hey, welcome back. Episode 18.
18, like Peyton Manning. No?
So we're going to have neck surgeries? Got him.
Wow.
Listen, I don't care about Peyton Manning. Hey, welcome back. Hope you're having a good week.
You're just mad the Bears have never had a good quarterback.
That is a fact. Hey, I root for.
If Peyton Manning, if he doesn't go to the Broncos, goes to the Bears, you're the biggest Peyton Manning fan there's ever been.
That's not true.
You come in here, you got an 18.
Does that count as a bandwagon fan?
No, if he comes to your team?
Yeah.
No.
All right, then yeah, I would.
That's like when Brett Favre, instead of him going to the Vikings, he goes to the...
Listen, I have a question. Do you think they had to custom make his helmet because his forehead was so big?
Bro, I saw something that said, if you see a picture of him when he came into college...
All he remembered all the plays?
All the plays. His forehead had to... Some had to give,
Yeah, it was his helmet. So, you got a would you rather for us this week, Phil?
Yeah. Would you rather have a shoe or an award named after you?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I'm going to go with award because just because you have a shoe doesn't mean people are going to buy it. Looking at you, Steph Curry.
Steph Curry makes terrible shoes.
Exactly.
They're the worst.
Just because you have a shoe named after you doesn't mean you're going to be
I
Jordan
think the
or LeBron.
award is cool, but what if it's like
Shaqtin' a Fool?
right? Like you get the award for having the worst play, like the guy who returns the fumble the wrong way for a touchdown.
I guess I didn't think about it like that. But
There's negatives to everything, but I agree. I think award is better.
Nobody wants an ugly shoe down.
I've never gotten an award, so I'll take it.
Do bowling trophies count?
No.
Then neither.
Does bowling count as a sport?
Hey, all right, look. If you can do it, if you can get better at it, the drunker you are, is it a sport?
No. Here's the other thing about bowling that makes me angry. So when bowling
is it because you're not good at it?
No, I actually enjoy going. Like, doing it is fun. My wife hates it. But
mine does too.
It's stupid to like. I recognize it's dumb, first of
Yeah.
all. Second of all, but the thing that makes me mad about bowling is they'll have the stupid, the advertisements for bowling. Sundays are for bowling during NFL season.
Is it? Really?
Literally, no.
It's alright. I live right behind a bowling alley, and apparently they have the best food ever. They have one of those big neon signs.
Yeah?
They have the best tacos, best pizza, best chili you'll ever see.
Have you ever tried it?
Absolutely not. You know why? Because on a Saturday night, I'm not going to bowling alley to get food.
What if you're hungry?
I would rather eat in an alley out of a trash can.
Wow. That's aggressive.
That was aggressive.
That's aggressive.
I would much rather have a taco.
A taco and a trophy, right, fella? Okay, fun fact.
Here we go.
Lamar Jackson has thrown 11 touchdowns this year. Baker Mayfield has thrown 11 interceptions.
But his name is Baker.
Yeah, he's the GOAT. He's also he has a league-leading 25 interceptions since last year.
So, speaking of Baker. They played my Niners.
They got...
Did you see that...
we talked about that.
About Nick Bosa planting the flag?
Yeah.
Did we talk about it?
Yeah.
I forgot.
We talked about it in the podcast.
I forgot.
So you don't listen to our episodes?
I do, but I forgot.
That's crazy.
We talk a lot.
Yeah,
you can't expect me to remember everything.
Bonus fact:
bonus?
Nationals. No, just one bonus.
Oh.
The Nationals are the 7th team in history to sweep the championship series without ever being behind.
Can I tell you how happy I am that they're winning without Bryce Harper?
Can you tell me how happy you are that the Yankees are down 3-1?
Shut up! No, 3-2. Thank you.
They won?
Yes.
Oh. They still have to win 2 more games.
There's no way we beat Garrett Cole, Doug.
I remember Max Kellerman was like, after it was 1-1 and they were getting ready to play Game 3, he was like, "This isn't a game a must win for the Yankees. If the Houston's got to win this one, we're gonna go home. We got it."
I forgot Kellerman's a Yankees fan.
He's a huge.
I'm
Yankees
no longer
fan.
a Yankees fan.
You're a liar. Okay.
Well, lifelong.
Bonus fact. So, one Zion Williamson
is hurt.
Is the only rookie to average 20-plus points in the preseason in 20 years.
He's also the only rookie to blow his knee out because he weighs 4,000 pounds.
Okay, his knee isn't blown out. It's sore. And it's sore because he's 285 pounds and can jump like nobody else. But
I don't believe 285.
No, he's probably closer to 3 bills. But
if he drops 40 pounds and plays at LeBron's weight when he was in
Can we
Miami?
talk about how insane it is to say that he has to drop 40? He needs to drop between 20 and 25 pounds. If he's really...
He plays in the NBA, 40 pounds is not extreme. You have literally all the tools at your disposal.
If he's actually 285, he only needs to drop like 20.
You could literally pay somebody to stand there and slap food out of your hand.
That's fair.
All day.
He needs a personal chef. He needs a treadmill in the house. He's not allowed to get out of bed without riding 2 miles on the bike or something. Like
he needs better shoes. Shots at you, Nike.
But he's with Jordan now. Are you gonna buy the first Zion shoe?
No. Why? I don't like him.
Why?
Overhyped.
He's averaging 23 points a game
against a bunch of scrubs in preseason. Let's see what he does in the regular season. Oh wait, he can't play because he's hurt. Put the gumbo down. Pick up some dumbbells.
He'll play in a free week. Free. He'll play in a few weeks. Hey, corrections. So last week we have a podcast, or what we do is then we correct the mistakes we made last week because I don't want you guys to think that we think that we're perfect.
Why don't you just say what you really wanted to say?
What's that?
We fuck up a lot.
Yeah, that's a fact. Okay, The Undertaker. We were talking about his title reigns. You said 3. I said 5. It's 4. He only held the heavyweight championship 4 times.
And it's like, it's never been that long.
Hey, speaking of wrestling, I'm going to get on a tangent. Hold on. The Fiend, before the draft, they have their schedule out, right, for house shows and stuff. He is scheduled to be on every single episode of Raw until November, or through November. And,
Crown Jewel.
And he's going to be on all but 2 episodes of SmackDown.
Yeah, it's because everyone wants to see him now.
Every house show, there's a cage match between him and Seth Rollins.
Every
single house show.
That's stupid. That's too much.
I'm just telling you what the schedule said, fella.
We should go to a wrestling match one day.
A WWE one?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Have you ever been?
No.
I went to WCW as a kid.
I've heard that it's not the same and you should just watch it on TV.
They cut a lot out. But to see The Fiend for realsies?
Okay, but so...
Hold on. We have to have one of our wives make us signs. So we can be those guys.
If we make
My wife let me come here.
The Fiend after Raw went off the air and after SmackDown went off the air on both shows appeared and choked somebody.
Good. For the record, the reason I said one of our wives should do it is because neither one of us have legible handwriting.
That is a fact. I look like a 3-year-old just scribbling on
paper. I don't think you even write English. I've seen your handwriting. It's like Cantonese.
Hey, Cantonese is a real language.
I know. Yeah, I don't speak it, neither do you. How do you not speak a language you write?
Lots of practice. All right. So last week we were talking about fantasy football. This isn't a correction per se, but we're talking about fantasy football, and I said that I lost to a team who beat me with basically 3 players. They didn't even need the rest of their team. I've been told that I need to say that team was run by my grandma. So...
That's embarrassing.
Shout-outs to Grandma.
Last time I checked, your mom is undefeated.
Yeah.
Does she play?
Yeah.
Okay.
She makes her lineups and everything.
That makes me feel a little better.
Can we talk about
she's just like letting it run?
We'll talk about Mahomes in a minute.
What if she just let it run and she was just undefeated?
I would be upset.
Yeah, absolutely, right?
Because that's what I thought was going to happen. And then Jarvis Landry just doesn't play except the weeks I sit him. Anyway. We'll talk about fantasy football later. Hey, if you want to hear more about fantasy football, let us know and we'll talk about it. Because,
we won't.
We shouldn't because
how about this? We'll call the people in our league and have them talk about it because apparently we don't know what the hell we're doing.
Not at all. Hey, so do you want to talk about NFL games next, or you want to do our favorite subject? Bullshit Skip Bayless says.
How many NFL games do you want to talk about?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We can run through those real quick. I feel like Skip always takes us a while.
That's true, and it'd probably be. I also want to.
We should send him a bouquet of flowers.
Just to undisputed.
He carries our podcast.
Absolutely, he does. Only because he spouts so much garbage.
You know what? I'm going to give you credit. I can't listen to more than 5 seconds of him. I get so mad. I'm like, all right, that's enough of that video.
But you gotta listen to it.
I can't, bro. I can't.
It's great. Hey, listen, side note, the NBA season starts on Tuesday, bro. Tuesday night, Clippers versus Lakers, opening game.
I was thinking on the way here. I was like, yeah, we could do NBA predictions. NBA predictions are so hard to do.
There's 82 games. It's such a long season.
NFL seasons are easier because injuries don't happen as frequently because there's not as many games.
Have you looked at the starting quarterbacks in the NFL?
I'm just meaning you could have 1 week. You could have 8 superstars go down in NBA, whereas in the NFL you're gonna have Mahomes went down.
You said that so casually, like it was Patrick Mahomes went down. No big deal.
NBD, bro. He's only down for 3 weeks. It's not like he's down. Madden curse strikes again.
Madden curse. Let's talk about the Madden curse. Hold on. So if you don't know,
nobody's broken it. They said Tom Brady broke it, but that was the year he was suspended, right?
But he won the Super Bowl.
But I'm saying, something still happened to him right during the regular season.
I want to look here. I'm going to pull up. So if you don't know what the Madden curse is, any player who's appeared on the cover of Madden the next season has either been injured or had a really terrible year. Or both, without fail. So I'm going to see if there's a list here. Okay, so the Madden curse is if you're on the cover of Madden, bad things happen to you the next year. So, for example, in 2002, it was Dante Culpepper was on the cover. He tore his ACL and tore his knee up the next season. Michael Vick was on the cover of 04, broke his leg.
And then proceeded to fight dogs.
That was 2 years later. Madden 08 was Vince Young.
That's when he got caught fighting dogs. He was fighting dogs. It's not like he just started in 06.
Vince Young was the Rookie of the Year in 07. In 08 was injured, and his team won like 10 games. Or I'm sorry, like they were 8-8 or 7-9 or something. Rob Gronkowski got hurt the year after he was on it. Antonio Brown. Enough said. Patrick Mahomes is on the cover of this year and just dislocated his kneecap.
Well, at least it's only 3 weeks, so.
Yeah, it's short, but I mean, it's still an injury. Odell, he got hurt again. I think he broke his leg. The only person who avoided it, Barry Sanders, was on the cover of Madden 25.
It's because he didn't play.
Maybe he got in a fender bender or something.
How funny would it have been if it came out? Not funny because I don't want to get anybody
like he had turf toe or something.
Like he sprains his ankle walking down the steps.
Dog. So, Peyton Hillis was on the cover of Madden game.
Who?
Exactly. He was a one-year wonder. He led the NFL in rushing and touchdowns.
And then just disappeared into the sunset.
He was on the cover of Madden, and then Madden just took him. He just disappeared.
He got sucked into the game?
Yeah. No. It's space. It was a giant Madden head floating in there.
R.I.P., I guess.
I guess, fella. Anyway, so yeah, the Madden curse strikes again. We'll talk about. Why don't we just talk about the Kansas City Chiefs then? So Houston, we'll go back to Sunday. Houston played Kansas City. Really good game, bro.
Yeah.
So first drive of the game, Patrick Mahomes had 116 yards passing and a touchdown.
Ew.
Think about what I just said.
I don't want to.
He had 116 yards passing in one drive.
Wait, how? How?
Penalties, bro.
Okay.
There were so many penalties, and they just kept picking up first downs. He ended the drive with 116 yards passing. That's crazy.
I will say, since we've already kind of talked about him going out, that backup quarterback, like he was set up to succeed, right? That Chiefs offense is gross.
Oh, absolutely.
So he really just had to come in and not fuck it up.
Yes. Although
Plus also against Denver, so.
Right, and Denver has been atrocious.
They're talking about blowing that team up.
They should.
Talking about trading Von Miller.
They've said he's not available, but listen.
They're not going to get... We should talk about Jalen here in a minute, too.
Oh, we'll talk... I didn't even write that down.
Let's just talk about it real quick.
All right, so Jalen... There was 2 trades in the NFL. The Rams traded Marcus Peters to the Ravens, which is a good pickup. I actually did make a note of that.
Just for garbage.
Actually did. It actually was in bullshit. Skip Bayless says.
Just garbage.
What?
They got a 5th-round pick for him.
Yeah. Oh, you mean what they got back?
Yeah.
It's great for the Ravens.
Yeah, sure.
It's a huge pickup.
Him and Jimmy Smith on the same...
Jimmy Smith is injured. They got Marlon Humphreys. So then Jimmy Smith's coming back. He's yeah.
Ew.
And they got Earl Thomas at safety?
It's not Legion of Boom Earl Thomas.
That's still Earl Thomas.
It's Earl Thomas the third now.
It's better than Chris Conti.
Why you gotta go there?
Because...
He's been a blemish on both of our teams.
He played for the 49ers?
Fuck yeah.
Ugh. He is terrible.
He is just...
How is he still in the NFL?
Because he's got a cool name?
No, they buried him in Tampa Bay when Vance McDonald stiff-armed him into the...
Through the turf.
It was just his arms were just sticking out of the ground.
He's still... And that explains why James gets sacked so many times. Because he
keeps tripping. He keeps tripping over the hands sticking out of the ground. Stupid. Anyway, what were we talking about? Houston. It was a really good game. But Houston... So, Kansas City... Like, it was 3rd and 5, and there was a offsides penalty. They're at the 50, and Mahomes lobs the ball up, and Tyreek Hill jumps over 2 people and mosses them and drags dudes in the end zone for a touchdown.
He's little, right?
He's like 5'8", but he has a 40-inch vertical. So he skies up, gets the ball, right? And because it was a penalty, Patrick just lobbed it up.
Yeah.
And the next...
He does what the Drew Brees does.
Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers is really good at that.
It's a free play.
Right. And so the next drive, right, Deshaun Watson goes to hand off. His running back just fumbles the ball in the air. The Chiefs get it back, and they're down 10-0 almost instantly. I was like, oh, this game's over. But then...
Don't sleep on Deshaun Watson.
No, never.
The whole league does.
Deshaun Watson's a freak. But the Houston set, I think they had the most first downs in the NFL in 20 years against the Chiefs. Like 40 first downs or something. It was insane. They held the ball for 40 minutes, dog. There's only 60 minutes in a whole football game.
You got to keep Mahomes off the field.
Yeah. And so Mahomes threw 3 touchdowns. He had 1 interception, but it wasn't really an interception. So he had a free play, right? He saw they threw a flag. He lobbed the ball up, but his receiver got confused and ran in instead of up. He ran a post instead of corner. Right. And so the DB intercepts the ball. The officials come out, no, pass interference on them, no penalty. So they're giving the Chiefs back the ball, and then they come back out and say, actually, after further review, it wasn't pass interference on that guy because the ball wasn't going to him, so it's an interception. But you still can't have it. It's illegal contact after 5 yards, and the guy literally just tackled Travis Kelce, and he lobbed the ball. And either way, the Chiefs ended up losing. Deshaun Watson came back, and he had 2 rushing touchdowns. They went for it on 4th and 5 with like 2 minutes left. It was like a minute 50, and DeAndre Hopkins is just unguardable. Caught the first down. It was a really good game. I would have watched more, but I was babysitting. But it was a good game.
Who are you babysitting?
My baby.
Then you were being a dad. Don't be that guy.
Oh no, I just meant I had the child with me as opposed to
you were on daddy duty.
Right, that's all.
You were doing DDs and not designated driver.
But yeah, it was a really good game. Deshaun Watson's a freak.
He literally is the most underrated quarterback in the NFL, maybe possibly NFL history.
You're starting to sound like Skip.
Good.
Both of them were number 4.
He's my hero. In Bizarro World.
In Bizarro World. So let's go to the Browns choke against the Seahawks. They had a lead going into the fourth, and they had a lead at halftime. They had a lead in the fourth quarter, and they just choked away. Baker Mayfield, 3 interceptions.
No shocker there.
No.
I dropped him in our league, fantasy league.
Yeah, you should have.
I picked up Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh,
exactly.
Wow.
That's how much I don't want Baker on my team.
I have Lamar Jackson going this week, so against the Seahawks.
Yeah. Tell me more about you have the 2 most fantasy point heavy quarterbacks in history.
Yeah, I do. Except one's hurt now, so.
Whoa.
I just have the other one to put in. Oh, yeah. But so the Browns. So the best part about this game to me was actually 2 things. DK Metcalf, he caught a slant and just stiff armed the shit out of the DB, and is just carrying people. There were 3 people on him, and he gets out of bounds and he just flexes, and they just like fall off of him.
He's too big, bro.
It doesn't make sense.
I want the ref. The ref one time every game should come out and go, too big, play wide receiver. This big sumbitch, stay over there. Horseshit.
If you don't know who DK Metcalf is, just Google DK Metcalf.
If you follow football, he's the guy that had the freaky combine.
The freakiest.
Except for still fell to the 3rd round.
His agility. He can't run routes.
So? You know what he can do? Carry 8 people on his back to the end zone. Who cares?
He had a beautiful catch, bro, on the sideline. Little toe tap on the sideline. Anyway, the main thing I want to get to is Russell Wilson is a freak of nature.
Russell Wilson's going to win the MVP this year.
So opening up the 3rd quarter, his headset went out in his helmet, so he couldn't talk to the coaches. He called every single play on the drive and scored a touchdown.
It was a beautiful drive.
It was flawless. It was so awesome.
You know how bad I hate that they're in our division?
Yeah, you have to hate it.
I hate it because I'm not allowed to be a fan of his. It's literally like...
You can be a closet fan. I was a closet fan of Brett Favre's.
Yeah, but you just can't say it out loud.
Right.
You got to keep it in your heart.
I kept it close because if my mom would have found out...
She'd have smacked you until you forgot who you were.
But Brett Favre, he was so fun to watch. Anyway, so it was a pretty good game. Baker Mayfield obviously is terrible.
Is it his fault? Or is it the play calling?
A couple of them were like tip passes and stuff. It wasn't all his fault, but he also makes bad decisions.
I'm not trying to take all the blame from him, but I am saying
Nick Chubb is really good too,
and they get Kareem Hunt back here soon.
Week 8.
Yeah. So if they don't run the ball all the time,
right? You have 2 backs.
Just run in that split back and
just pitch this way, dive this way.
Call hike and just hand it off to whichever one steps first.
Yeah, whoever gets to the quarterback first. Anyway, it's
gonna be like what's going to happen in the Houston Rockets this season.
Have you seen any of their stuff in the preseason?
No, I don't care.
Bro, James Harden plays like Russell Westbrook doesn't exist.
Exactly. I told you that it's not going to work.
Yeah. He put up 40 in a preseason game.
Ooh.
I'm not saying it's talented. I'm saying why put up 40 in a preseason game.
I'll tell you what, James Harden. Show up in the postseason, then we'll talk.
They were not going to make it.
Oh, they'll make it. They'll limp in.
I don't think they're going to win that many games. They're going to win games, but
they'll
not many.
They'll limp in.
Yeah.
Like 7th, 8th seed.
Oh, the NBA season starts on Tuesday.
This is why the Pelicans are going to be in it. Fight me.
Not if Zion doesn't play.
Yeah, it's true.
Not if Zion
Stop
doesn't
eating
play.
gumbo.
Listen, we'll save that game
I
for
get
last.
it. New Orleans
we'll
is a cool city.
Hey, dog. Speaking of Lamar Jackson, he went off this weekend. He threw for 236 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he rushed for, 156 yards and a touchdown.
Well, he's the first quarterback. He joins Michael Vick as the only quarterback to rush for 100 yards and a half.
Yeah. The dude is amazing. I freaking love. And he still doesn't have Hollywood Brown.
Yeah.
His foot. Did you know Hollywood Brown is Antonio Brown's cousin?
You're lying.
I'm not.
Great.
Yeah.
Somebody keep him away from hotel rooms and...
No, he's not allowed to talk to his cousin anymore. That's
So I was talking to Ben at work, because Ben asked... He said something outrageous about...
Shocker. All he says is outrageous stuff.
Yeah, well, he's a Notre Dame fan, so you can't trust anything he says. So...
So stupid.
So...
Hey, quiet down over there, peanut
So
gallery.
he said something about wanting the 49ers to go get Antonio Brown. I said, I want them to move out of the country if they think that.
Stay as far away from Antonio Brown as possible.
And he was like, well, what did they do? And I broke down. He's like everything I said, he's like, oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, bro. Yeah.
Antonio Brown's an insane person.
I told him.
Listen,
I
Stephen
said,
A. might join bullshit Skip Bayless says.
Oh, is it because he said the Cowboys?
No, he said the Cowboys. He said, what do the Patriots have to lose signing Antonio Brown? What?
I'll give him the Cowboys. What do you have to lose?
Well, nothing. But I'm saying, he said the Patriots, though.
He
trashed their owner and GM.
You should.
I mean, Robert Kraft has sex with prostitutes, but that's
in
neither
a
here nor there.
massage parlor. So was it a rub and tug? Or
Absolutely.
Was it gross?
He's like 85, bro.
I don't. All right, we're gonna have to talk about that before I leave here.
Actually,
but not on the podcast because there's so many gross questions I don't want recorded.
So Lamar, they ended up winning. It was a pretty good game. The Bengals are just bad. The Bengals are so bad.
There's rumors talking about they're going to trade AJ Green.
If they trade AJ Green,
If San Francisco,
no,
they're legit. They are one of the 3 teams. It's San Francisco, the Patriots, and other team.
If the Patriots
get
I think
AJ
it's
Green. Seattle, I think.
Listen to me. If the Patriots get AJ Green,
it's Green Bay. It's Green Bay.
That's not better. That's so much worse.
I would much rather them go to Green Bay than New England. I know you because you're in your division.
Listen, do you know who plays quarterback for Green Bay?
What's his name? Alex.
Aaron freaking Rodgers.
Are you sure?
Yep.
It's not Mr. Rogers?
Listen, we're going to talk about that game right now.
How does he not go as Mr. Rogers every yeyear for Halloween?
He has to put on a sweater.
I would definitely do that. Just come out, change your shoes.
Because he has he's sitting up. He rings the doorbell and sit down, tying his shoes. Just
for sure.
No. Anyway, look.
No, he comes in every day for film studies and he changes his shoes and nobody says anything. You know what?
They can't. What are they supposed to say?
This is Mr. Rogers' name.
That's why Mike McCarthy got fired because he was talking shit about the Mr. Rogers costume.
They should nickname Lambeau Field Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
Yes, up top. Fantastic.
Come on, guys.
Come on. All right,
Lambeau. I want my cut.
Speaking of the Packers, so the Packers they were down like 13-0.
Are they ever out of a game?
No, because Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback.
Not with number 12 out there.
So first play of the game, Lions get the ball, flea flicker, 60-yard completion.
See, people always ask, why do people still run the flea flicker? Because of every now and then it freaking works.
Every now and again, it absolutely does work.
It's the oldest trick play in the book, right?
That version, yeah.
Flea flicker. What you got? Flea flicker, hook and ladder,
Philly special.
No, I don't count that. That's kind of new.
You can run that in Madden.
Yeah, I know. It's literally a formation.
Yeah.
I thought about running it against you in the Super Bowl.
If you would have scored,
I didn't have it. But
I would have snapped my controller.
Are you gonna mad if Jimmy G would have caught a touchdown like this?
Porn star Jimmy? Yeah, I would have been mad. Anyway, so the Packers have no wide receivers, right? They don't have any.
Devontae Adams is out.
They have Valdez Scantling.
That's made up. You can't make up names.
They have a guy named Lazard.
You can't make up names. Well, I just told you.
They have
You can't
look,
can't just think of animals and change their names and say
it's either no. What happened was his parents really like lizards and they really like lasers, so they're like Lizard, got it.
So his dad definitely named him, right?
No, his last name is Lizard. They picked their last name.
Yes, I'm saying his name is Smith.
When they got married, they were like, "Listen, I like lizards. You like lasers. Let's make this happen.
Let's combine this and make it a.
Come on. Okay. So I'm pulling this up live so everybody can see that the freaking.
Here we go.
Are you ready for this, Doug?
Nope.
What? Right there.
Oh, that's Lizard.
That's Alan Lazard.
That's gross. And he led their team in receiving.
Yeah. So the Packers are.
But with Aaron Rodgers on your team, if he's one of those quarterbacks that's going to throw anybody.
Right. So remember that when we get down to bullshit Skip Bayless says, okay?
Okay.
Remember, hold that thought you're thinking.
Is it going to have something to do with the Cowboys?
Hold that thought, fella. So the Packers are coming back, right? There's like 3 minutes left in the game. But before I go, so my wife was watching the game with me. It was on TV. We were watching it. Like there was a play where it's an out route, and he throws it to a receiver who was an undrafted. Actually, Lazard was undrafted free agent rookie. This other guy was like a 7th round pick or something. He runs an out route and he falls. And Aaron Rodgers throws such a good ball, he hits him in the face while he's falling. The ball bounces up in the air. Lions recover it for maybe not a touchdown. Not a touchdown, but they intercepted it for a big game, right? And my wife goes, so it seems like Aaron Rodgers throws a lot of really good passes, and he just doesn't have anybody to catch it. And I'm like, exactly. That's all it is.
So that's why they're going to go get A.J. Green.
Sorry, I almost threw up.
So literally, A.J. Green being out just exposes how trash Andy Dalton is, right?
Yes. Dumpster fire. Anyway, so the Packers are driving down after that mistake. They're down 7. They call a go on Lizard, whatever his name is, and the DB breaks it up. Lazard comes back to the huddle, says, I got him, throw it again. They run it, and when I tell you Aaron Rodgers throws the perfect pass, bro, it was unbelievable. Down the sidelines, just drops it in there, and the DB's on it, like, it was the sidelines over here, and then the DB's on the inside, and he was able to catch it and turn and cover so the DB couldn't get the ball. Scores a touchdown. The Lions do nothing with the football. Aaron does Aaron Rodgers stuff. 4 minutes left in the game, drives them all the way down.
4 minutes is
walks
way too
it down
much
the
time.
field. Okay. Then the Packers the Lions on 3rd and 5. Illegal hands to the face. They sack Aaron Rodgers. Illegal hands to the face. Automatic first down. The Packers get another first down. It's 3rd and 10. They're in field goal range, but it's like a 39-yarder or something. So it would be a really long one if they don't get it.
39-yarder. That's not a long field
If
goal.
they don't get anyway, they get another illegal hands to the face call. They get another first down. Aaron Rodgers takes a couple knees. They kick a field goal with no time left. But it's controversy because the lineman who had never been called for hands to the face before, he was doing so well. He was up under his chin on his shoulder pad and pushing so hard. The tackle was doing like a U, but it looked like his head was back because he was getting run over, and so the ref threw a flag. So it was kind of wishy-washy on the Packers winning, but Aaron Rodgers did Aaron Rodgers stuff and won the game. It was a really good game to watch. The Lions complain about the officiating. Were 1 for 5 in the red zone.
Exactly.
That's why you lost the game.
Although, did you see Clay Matthews got fined again? He doesn't even play anymore. He's hurt right now. For shit talking the refs.
Well,
12.5. $12,500 he got fucking fined for.
Well, maybe he should keep his mouth shut.
No, he's got money to burn.
That's fair. So let's talk about the stupid 49ers. So the 49ers...
Why you gotta be like that? We made the Rams look foolish.
Did you watch the game?
No, I didn't have to. We won 27. So it doesn't matter.
You did win the game. Your defense was disgusting.
Our offense doesn't look pretty. We don't have a quarterback.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I was actually impressed with Mr. Jimmy G this week.
But our defense is what's
he did throw another bad interception though.
That's why I'm saying like getting AJ Green sounds good, but that means we're going to throw the ball more. I don't like it.
Running game didn't do a whole lot though this week, man.
Yeah, I know.
You might need to throw the ball more.
No. Yeah, because they're going to start stacking the box because they know we need to throw the ball to...
Aaron Donald made a couple plays that just made you a little sick to your stomach. Why is he so angry?
Probably because he's been triple teamed all year.
He comes through and he's just throwing people down.
He's going to start smacking all triple teams.
He's just smacking them in the face.
How mad would
it was a pretty good game. Jimmy G made a couple good throws. Dante Pettis played pretty well too.
He's our number one wide receiver. He's not bad.
Jalen didn't play this. Oh, he's gonna play this week.
We didn't even talk about that trade, by the way.
Oh, we're gonna get to it.
We glazed over it.
Nah, we glazed because there's somebody.
Oh, gosh.
There's somebody that wants to talk about it.
Does his name rhyme with hip?
He's got a new nickname, and we'll talk about that.
Does it make you want to skip his segment?
No, we can't skip it. That's our own podcast.
I'm telling you, Edible Arrangements is coming your way, Skipper.
If I find out how to do that, you want to do it?
To send it to... There's no way they would... No.
He wouldn't. They wouldn't talk about it on the show. But
no, there's no way they would give it to him.
You don't think so?
A random person sending him.
If you tell me he doesn't get like fan mail?
Yeah, but that's
he has a Twitter. He has a Twitter, dog.
Yeah, but that's not like something he could eat and die.
Okay, so we don't send. We send him a bouquet of flowers.
Does Skip make enough money that he has a food tester?
No,
I bet he does. I would if I was him. All the dumb shit that comes tumbling out of his face hole. Look. I ordered a small fry from Burger King. I need someone to try that fry. They know it's me. No way.
Listen, he has a new nickname. Anyway, we're one more game and then we'll talk about Skip Bayless. So,
Skipper.
The freaking Kyler Murray led Cardinals are won 2 games in a row.
Ooh, who'd they play?
The Falcons.
Okay. Who else did they play?
They beat the Bengals.
Okay.
Look, but he had a really good game.
I'm not trying to take anything away from the kid.
He played really well.
I am saying that.
Listen, I think it was
you could go out there and beat the Falcons and the and the Bengals.
The Bengals,
they
sure.
beat themselves.
The Falcons
what happened in Atlanta?
Tom Brady. So, do you remember Duel Monsters?
No.
You don't remember Yu-Gi-Oh?
Okay, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh. It's Duel Monsters. That's what they played, right?
Well,
so when you lost, you get sent to the Shadow Realm. Okay?
Is that where Matt Ryan's career went?
No, Bill Belichick sent them to the Shadow Realm. He just mind crushed them, and they're just walking around now.
Listen, I miss him. Matty Ice is like Matty melted now, right?
Matty Water.
Matty Snow Cone.
Snow cones are delicious.
It's just syrupy ice. Come on.
You tell me you wouldn't like a snow cone,
don't
dog?
like snow cones.
Shave ice, bro.
Oh, I will say, if I had to, like, what's your favorite kind of ice, like in a drink?
I mean, I would.
Is it weird to have a favorite kind? Is it weird to have a favorite kind of ice?
Yeah, no, it's not weird. Crushed ice or the little baby cubes.
Yes.
Yeah. Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, not fella. Chick-fil-A.
No, it's Chick-fil-A.
All right.
Anyway,
speaking of fella, we got a book, okay, called Little Green Peas.
That was the way you just told me that you wrote a whole book, and that's how I found out.
No. Little Green Peas, right? So you go through and it's like a rhymey little book for kids, right? But one of them is Little Green Fellas, and I think of you every time we read it.
You should.
I do. So anyway,
like Little Green Men,
but a little more into this game. So before the game, right? Kyler's warming up, and Larry Fitzgerald runs over and says, "Hey, look, number 11 over there, Julio Jones." He's like, "You're gonna see something special today. That dude has no weakness in his game. Watch when he's on the field. Make sure you watch.
He really doesn't.
He's fantastic." And if Larry Legend,
yeah.
Listen, don't get offended, basketball fans. I know that's Larry Bird. I'm just making a joke here. Larry Fitzgerald's a legend too. He came over and was like, "Listen, that dude's great."
I think when
Larry Fitzgerald had a great game.
When all's said and done, when Julio retires, he's gonna be up there, Doug.
Not if Matt Ryan keeps playing like this.
Yeah, but despite that, he's still playing well.
Yeah, that's fair.
Although it really,
did you know they traded up in the draft to go get Julio?
Can you blame him?
Nope.
I think he's what? He's one of the few. He has to be the only Alabama wide receiver that's really
Calvin Ridley on his team.
Okay,
he's playing really well.
Who are you taking?
Julio.
Exactly.
But
fuck Calvin.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Calvin.
It's not like he's okay. First off, that's Alvin. What is wrong with you?
It was a joke, jackass.
No.
Anyway,
Chipmunks. It's a very.
You took that very personal. Is it because you look like Alvin, dog?
I thought I looked more like Theodore.
Nah, dog. Theodore has the glasses.
No, that's. What's the?
I don't know.
Help us out.
in the comment section below. Let me know who the
Alvin
third.
Simon.
Simon
Simon's the one with the glasses.
You're right.
Theodore's
You're not
the
a
lovable
Theodore.
little fellow.
But the Falcons lost on a missed field goal, bro, or a missed PAT.
Yeah.
They missed a PAT and lost by 1.
Is Matt Bryant still their kicker?
Yep,
Gross.
he missed it. But it was a tale of two halves. The Falcons
What happens
played.
when you got a 1,000-year-old kicker?
He is $1 million, bro.
I mean, he's not Adam Vinatieri old.
Yeah, that's true. Because Adam Vinatieri was before God was. So
he was there. He was kicking field goals for Bart Starr.
you think the Ice Bowl was won by Bart Starr? No. Adam Vinatieri kicked that.
was hitting game winners back. He was.
You remember when they had leather helmets and no face masks?
They had to put a face mask on because he was so good. They needed to put a
Trying to obscure
disadvantage.
his vision.
Yeah. That dude literally won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah. Not Tom Brady.
Tom Brady needs to send him edible arrangements.
Every year?
Yeah. It's like, hey,
you
remember
know what,
you
Adam?
had 2 of my Super Bowls?
Somebody asked me why Santa Claus was playing football. That's crazy.
Doesn't even have a beard.
Yeah, Adam Vinatieri?
Not like a Santa Claus beard.
But it's white.
Whatever.
But anyway, back to the Falcons.
I need him to play till he's 50. I need Adam Vinatieri to retire after Tom Brady.
Why?
Fuck Tom Brady. I don't know.
Well, who cares? Anyway, hey.
GOAT. Adam Vinatieri.
Is he the greatest of all time?
Kicker?
Yeah, for sure. There's no doubt.
No.
Hey, so anyway.
Name another kicker that's won a Super Bowl. Like, literally won one.
Steven Gostkowski.
Really?
I don't know.
You can't just name another Patriots kicker.
Yes, I can. Anyway, so the first half, the Cardinals dominated.
Did they?
And then the second half, the Falcons dominated, came all the way back. But, so Kyler got out on a couple runs. His coach, Lincoln Riley, and one Skip Bayless said he would, when he gets in the NFL, he will be the fastest quarterback from day one. He is not faster than Lamar Jackson. He's just not. He might look like he's going really fast, but he has the same problem I do, where I'm going really fast, but I'm not because my feet don't go anywhere. Like I'm taking little steps.
Your strides, yeah.
Right, he takes little steps, so it looks, he's got the quickest.
He's a little fella.
I know, I'm just saying he's not faster than Lamar. He's not. And Skip's like, he's got the quickest feet since Barry Sanders. Quick feet.
First of all, why are you comparing him to the second greatest running back of all time?
He says that. That's what he says it all the time. When he talks about Kyler Murray, he's got the quickest feet I've ever seen.
This is also Skip. Why don't we let's just get into
time.
Skip.
Anyway, it is time. So this is BS. If you don't know, that's bullshit Skip Bayless says. It's a segment we do every week. Mostly because, well, not every week. We took a couple weeks off here and there because sometimes he's right and it makes us sick. Anyway.
You like how we just ignore those moments when he's right? We're just like,
So, let's start with his new nickname. He actually got this nickname a couple weeks ago, but I was hoping it was going to go away and it hasn't. So, about a month ago, they had Lil Wayne on their show, who actually Lil Wayne sang like their intro music. He wrote a rap for them, and that's their intro and stuff.
You know why? Because no one listens to Lil Wayne
That's
anymore.
a fact, and he loves Skip.
Of course he does.
But anyway, so Lil Wayne was on the show, and he gave Skip, Shannon, and I can't remember the lady's name. I apologize. He gave them necklaces, like a gold chain, and it says Skip and Shannon or Shay or something sharp maybe on Shannon's. So Skip is now referring to himself as Drip Bayless because he's got drip.
Moment of silence for my...
So on Fridays, he's Drip Bayless. He wears all black and his gold chain.
He's so gross.
He goes, they're calling me Drip Bayless on Twitter.
Nobody is. The only person that's calling you Drip Bayless is you.
Yeah.
What if he had 2 different Twitter accounts?
If there's a Drip Bayless Twitter account...
And he only activates it on Fridays?
On Fridays. Anyway, so I just want to get that out of the way. Listen, so the game we didn't talk about, and we will talk about now. The Jets and the Cowboys played a game. Now, if you don't know, here's a little backstory for you. The Jets were 0-4 going into the game.
Were they?
They didn't have a touchdown pass from a receiver. Like a receiver hadn't caught a touchdown pass all year. Their quarterback had missed 5 weeks for mono. 4 weeks because of mono. He was coming back for his first game. His spleen shrunk, and he has to wear his pads with a custom, specially built
flak jacket.
It's like extra, dog. It's like body armor, so that he doesn't die.
I didn't know your spleen could shrink.
Yeah, we didn't either.
You can't just make stuff up, Darnold.
He's like, my spleen, guys.
I need a jacket.
So he's wearing this huge body armor thing, right?
Right.
So the Jets come out, dog, and they kick the Cowboys' ass, man. It was fantastic to watch.
Can we talk? All right, before we really get into the meat of Skippies.
Oh.
Can we talk about Stephen A? Every time the Cowboys lose, just comes on just laughing.
Loses his mind. He loves it when the Cowboys fans are upset.
I love it.
He wears a cowboy hat on the show and starts talking in a southern accent, which is horrible, by the way. But yeah, Skip loves it when the Cowboys lose. He hates Cowboys fans. He actually is friends with Jerry Jones.
Yeah, see, he gets it.
Yeah.
Sometimes the fans are so obnoxious, so delusional, they make you hate a whole team. And now you get why I don't like Notre Dame.
I have never...
You are the exception to the rule.
That's fine, as long as you remember that.
You are the only Notre Dame fan that I've ever talked to
that's realistic.
That can't look me in the face and say, "Oh yeah, Notre Dame could beat Clemson." We work with two guys. You used to,
yeah.
Work with two guys who legit thought one of them was like,
who's the other one? Ben and who?
Drew.
Oh,
and he was like, I hope we play Clemson because I think we have a legit shot at beating Clemson, and then we might beat Alabama. This was talking about last year, and we might beat Alabama.
We lost to Clemson by 27.
Yep.
Alabama lost to Clemson by 28.
It's because Clemson's good, or was.
They are good. Here's the problem. Who made this point? Colin Cowherd made this point, right? He said, so they're in the ACC.
The GOAT.
The ACC is horrible.
Yep.
Trash conference.
Kind of like the SEC.
No, the SEC is actually good. Anyway, the SEC has 3 teams in the top 10.
Okay.
Clemson is the only ranked ACC team.
All right. Well, I'm not comparing them.
You just did.
I just saying the SEC also sucks. Not as bad.
The SEC does not also suck. The SEC is the second best conference. We're not doing this. Clemson, they are so much better than the teams they're playing. They're just like, here's another game. We're going to go win this one. They're like bored as hell.
Well, let's see what Trevor Lawrence looks like.
But the problem is that they're not looking good. And so they might not make it into the playoff because they
look bad. They look decent because
they look better than bad teams, but they haven't played anybody to be like, oh, look, we're really good.
Oh, so Alabama. Anyway, go ahead.
Alabama's going to have to play LSU and Georgia.
They're going to lose to LSU. Joe Burrow is going to come out and ball it up. Apparently, he's your Heisman frontrunner.
No, TT.
Fuck Tua.
Old TT.
If Jalen Hurts doesn't win a Heisman, it's bullshit.
No, it's not.
It is.
You want a third Oklahoma quarterback? Yep. A third different Oklahoma quarterback to win Heisman?
Yep.
Why? He only completed 16 passes.
So when he goes to the NFL and sucks...
He completed 16 passes.
So when he goes to the NFL and sucks too, it's fine. Go ahead, next.
We can talk shit to Skip.
Yeah. Fuck you, Skipper.
We always do. Listen, it's out of love.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. No, it's really not. Listen. Well, anyway, the Cowboys lost 24-22. Sounds like a close game, but it wasn't that close.
They have a cheap touchdown at the end.
They went for 2. They were actually a 2-point conversion away.
It's the Jets.
It was a really bad play. You are the Dallas Cowboys. Okay? You got Michael Gallup. You got Zeke. You got
Amari Cooper.
He was hurt with a thigh bruise.
You got Jason Witten back.
So out of all those players, who's your go-to 2-point conversion play going to be?
Honestly, I probably play action fake it and throw it to Witten in the back of the end zone.
Really? You throw it to Witten? Did you know they threw it to Witten, though?
Did they?
They ran a straight-up slant. No play action.
I would
straight-up slant to Jason Witten.
If the Cowboys,
and you threw it behind him like it was a terrible throw.
What? Who threw it?
Rain.
So I play action fake it and throw it to the back of the end zone because I'm like 99% sure that's wide open.
Probably.
Yeah.
Or maybe
even Dak could make that throw.
Or he couldn't. Listen. So the Mr. Dakota did not have a good game. Threw another interception. Threw 2 more? Did he throw 2 more interceptions?
So here's the question. I think we've talked about this before. Do we not like him because Skip's so high on him?
We talked about it last week. It's both.
I don't like him.
Expectations are too high, and because Skip slobbers on him every week.
At best, maybe top 15 quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, at best.
Because the first games they played in the season were trash teams.
Combined, they are like 4.
Oh, hey, did you want to talk about the Patriots records real quick since we're talking about Skip?
Sure.
Was it the opposing teams that they've played are combined 8-20?
Yeah, the 8-22. The Patriots are undefeated, and the teams they've played are 8-22. 4 or 5 of those wins are from the Buffalo Bills. The one team they played.
Huh.
They've beat the Jets, who have 1 win. They beat the Dolphins, who have 0 wins. They beat the Redskins, who have 1 win. Them and the Bengals.
Do they play each other?
No. Suck for Tua. Listen, Where is my good old Cowboys?
If either one of those teams take a quarterback, they're stupid. I never understand when shit teams take a quarterback like that's going to turn them all around. Looking at you, Browns.
So, yeah, Dak was 28 of 40 for 278 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Elliott was 28 carries for 105 yards and a touchdown.
28 carries.
Yeah. He had 10 carries go for 1 yard or less. But he still ended up with 100
that
yards.
Jets defense isn't bad.
No. Leonard Williams, Quinnen Williams. They got C.J. Mosley back. Jamal Adams.
Do they have another Williams?
Jason.
You can't just make stuff up.
You told me I could. All right, so Sam Darnold had a decent game. He had 338 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Okay.
Yep.
So the Cowboys are driving down the field.
So it sounds to me like Darnold outplayed Dak.
That is an interesting thought you had there, sir. Hold that. All right, just keep it. Hold it.
I got it. Go ahead.
Okay. Don't fumble that thought. So the Cowboys, going into halftime, there's about 2 minutes left. They're driving down. They turn the ball over. A turnover on downs, maybe. They went for it on 4th down. The Jets get the ball on the 2.
Like, their 2?
Their 2.
Oh, gosh.
98-yard touchdown pass.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because...
Oh, that was 92. It wasn't a 92-yard touchdown?
92, 98, it was 92. It was long. It was very long.
And not even an attempt, really. Like, he broke... It was
a double move. It was a double move, and the safety missed the tackle. He
walked into the end zone.
Yeah. Then, bro, they got the ball and scored again. They went up 21-0. No. Was it 21-0 in the first half? Hold on, let me look. I apologize.
Well, the Cowboys came back and made it a close game, I guess.
It doesn't count if you do that every week.
I just want to skip all this and get to what Skip has to say.
We're going to talk about it, fella. Yeah, they went up 21-0, or 21-6 at halftime.
Gross.
They held on to win, and sure, they came back in the second half. Skip said he called Dak's performance an all-time Warrior performance.
Did you win?
He had no left tackle because Tyron Smith was out. His right tackle went out in that game. And Amari Cooper went out in that game.
Oh, gosh.
So without Amari Cooper, that offense is basically done.
It's almost like it exposes how shit a quarterback Dak Prescott is.
Yes, indeed.
Because a good quarterback elevates the players around them.
Like who did we just talk about? That guy in Lambeau. What is his name?
Alex.
No, I think it's Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
Who threw one of the most perfect passes I've seen all week to win the game to an undrafted rookie. Yep. We're going to talk more about undrafted rookie wide receivers in a little bit. Anyway, so Dak played pretty average. His running back played...
He's an average quarterback.
Right. And he didn't have a star receiver, and so his receivers were okay, and he...
Gallup's not bad.
No, but he dropped 2 passes.
Were they badly thrown balls?
No.
So he just dropped them?
One was a just drop. One was like... Right, well, it was he had to put his arms up instead of catching it with his chest, but other than that. So it was
a catch with your chest.
I mean, hands in front of your chest.
Okay, I was going to say.
Some people do.
You're not supposed to.
Well, I'm well aware. Anyway,
are you?
So I played receiver.
Okay.
So
making sure.
The Skip likes to make this point a lot. So let me ask you a question.
Here we go.
Do you know what QBR is?
It's your rating?
No. There's 2 ratings. There's passer rating and QBR.
I'll be honest, no.
Okay.
I know what your passer rating is. I know what that is.
QBR is a metric that they invented. ESPN invented a few years ago.
They made stuff up.
Yes, basically. It's a math equation to accumulate how much a quarterback has an impact on a game.
Okay.
So it's a scale of 0 to 100 because 153.8 is a weird number.
It is a weird number.
That's why they invented QBR. Okay.
Out of 100?
It says 0 to 100, right? So they take in, for example, if it's 3rd and 10 and you're up by 21 and you throw a pass and it gets intercepted, no big deal. They don't count that against you as much. If you are down a score and you throw an interception, they count that against you more. If it's 3rd and 5 and you're scrambling around and you make a difficult pass, they score you higher than if you make an easy pass. So they factor all these things in.
So somebody at ESPN's job is to do QBR?
Every single week.
Oh, that's a dope job.
So anyway, it sounds cool, right?
Kinda.
So Dak.
So it also kind of sounds like it's it could be bias based.
QBR is the worst metric I've ever heard.
And passer rating makes sense though if you really understand it.
Right, like passer rating. Oh, he had 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
It goes down. Oh, I threw an interception. My passer rating went down. That's how it should work.
Yeah.
But they try to weight things. So, Dak leads the NFL in QBR. He's 0 for 3 in the last 3 weeks.
And he looked terrible.
Right. For example, Tom Brady's 10th. He's 6-0. Joe Flacco is 11th. And he's 2-5. So QBR, how much they affect winning, clearly matters, right? It gets worse. Dak had a higher QBR in that game than Sam Darnold did.
How does that make sense?
Exactly. Sam Darnold not only won the game, he had more passing yards, he threw touchdowns. Yeah, he threw 1 interception.
Who cares?
But Dak didn't do anything.
Yeah.
He just had passing yards. It gets worse. So, Aaron Rodgers had a QBR of 42 in his win. The interception wasn't his fault, he hit his receiver in the face. Okay? And he threw the game-winning touchdown pass. He had a QBR of 42. Dak had a QBR of 74 in a win. QBR doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. That's what I'm saying. You also have human error factored in.
In what regard?
Because you decide how much it's weighted, right?
Well, it's a math equation.
Bullshit.
It is. I'm saying it's a stupid equation because
to me, an interception is an interception.
Right. Do you know how many Dak has thrown? 6.
How many touchdowns?
9.
That's not a good ratio at all.
No. You know how many Patrick Mahomes has? 14 touchdowns, 15 touchdowns, 1 interception. But his QBR is lower than Dak's.
Who are you taking?
I'll wait.
I'm taking Rain.
Get the fuck out of my house.
To outside and picking a new quarterback. Am I right?
Right. So what I'm saying is, how in the world does QBR matter? How do you take that as a real stat? Because Skip goes, well, my quarterback leads the whole league in QBR. What do you say about that? I say it's a garbage stat.
I say it doesn't make any sense.
And, for example, you could pile up a lot of QBR in a game against the Packers when you're down 28 points in the second half and you just have to throw the ball. Oh, he's picking up a lot of yards. It looks really good. That's why his QBR is high. Because he's down in every game.
So what the hell happened to the Cowboys' defense?
Yeah, we're not sure.
I know why. Because in the beginning of the year, they were playing shit teams.
But they were good last year. They were.
Where were they at come playoff time?
They won. They beat the Seahawks.
Okay.
They lost the Rams.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So they were sitting at home in January.
They beat the Saints last year too. What? You asked for an example.
Saints weren't that great either.
It was late in the season when Drew Brees wasn't playing well.
When he didn't have arm strength to throw to the sideline anymore.
I'm just saying they had good games last year.
Cowboys to me, and this isn't just
the
isn't just the Niners fan in me.
No,
because if you don't know this, if you like one, you're not allowed to like the other. I don't know why. Why is that?
Why doesn't?
I solely like to think it's the whole Deion Sanders thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I know it's not, but in my heart.
They played a couple big meaningful playoff games.
Yeah,
right?
they had.
Wasn't the catch against
80s
them?
and 80s and 90s is a big rivalry time. So literally, I have no reason other than because you're supposed to.
But everybody hates the Cowboys.
Yeah, they're America's team. Again, I say this every time. Have you ever legit met a Cowboys fan? I met one Cowboys fan. But he was also
wasn't old boy who used to work for us, the bald military guy. What was his name?
Bald military guy.
Yeah, he was the day shift. He had Mike's old job.
John?
Wasn't he a Cowboys fan?
I don't know. He also said Shaq was overrated. So
yeah, he did say that. So
he literally said the only reason he was good is because he was big. Yeah, no shit. But he was also extremely fast for a 7-foot, 300-pound behemoth.
Shaq was a freak,
dude.
Anyway, so this Skip, man, Dak didn't throw any touchdown passes. Mahomes against the Texans threw 3 touchdowns, and he said Dak played better. He's like, oh well, Dak just had a better game. How?
Literally,
Dak had 1 more passing yard.
Everything that comes out of Skip's mouth should come with an asterisk.
So I have a question: if you are down,
right?
And you don't
Baby,
win...
are you down?
Listen, no.
Oh.
Bieber?
No, it's Jay Sean.
Oh, yeah, okay, my bad.
Ew. I wish I would sing Bieber out loud.
On your ride home, do you sing Justin Bieber, dog?
I do it in my heart, where it belongs.
I hate you. Listen, if you're down, and you come back but don't win, or you attempt a comeback...
No. If you don't win, it doesn't matter.
It's not a comeback, right?
No.
Skip keeps calling these games comeback. Well,
Don't call it a comeback.
Right. But you say that when you win. Don't call it a comeback. I was already here, whatever. But they didn't win, so it's not a comeback.
It's a loss. You just made it
a closer loss.
Yeah.
Oh, well, my quarterback came. He keeps saying that the Packers game came down to an onside kick. They lost by 10.
It did, though, because then they would have had to onside kick it again.
Bro, he's like, well,
he just forgot to say 2 onside kicks.
He's like, well, my kicker just missed a chip shot, so that's gonna go in. But
he didn't make it.
What do you mean?
I could have made the NFL if I was 8 inches taller.
Damn it.
And more athletic. And since we're doing ridiculous shit, why don't you just throw that out there?
Yeah, let's make. So he blamed Zeke for the loss more than Dak.
He always does.
Well,
it can't be Dak's fault.
Well, Zeke had 10 carries for 1 yard or less.
So that speaks more to the offensive line.
The offensive line was getting its ass kicked, but again, Leonard Williams and Quinn Williams,
the Jets defense
is good, and Greg Williams is a great defensive coordinator. So
when he's not trying to purposely hurt people.
Yes. Hey,
I still don't like that he's in the league. I really don't.
I want to pause real quick on bullshit Skip says. In Madden, have you played the Jets?
Yeah.
Bro, Jamal Adams will mess you up. Oh my God.
Don't throw over the middle because he's either going to pick it off or kill whoever catches it.
Literally, they called the game. I had to restart the game because he killed the guy.
He was like, hey. Murder? How many penalty yards do you get for a murder? It's like, that's got to be 20, right? Come on.
Anyway, I don't understand how. So Zeke
foul.
scored a touchdown and Dak didn't.
Yep.
And Zeke had a decent. 28 carries for only 100 yards is a lot.
But against that defense, though, he
But
had 100 yards.
So that means if he had, let's say, the 10 carries went for a grand total of 2 yards. That means he had 8 carries for 18 carries for 102 yards. That's
How many
not
yards
bad.
did you say he had?
105.
Still 3.7 yards per carry.
Which isn't bad. And if you
That's like average NFL.
If you get 3.7 yards per carry 3 times, is that a first down?
Almost.
No, it is. You only need 3.5. 3 times is over 10.
My bad. I was doing 3 for some reason.
Anyway, so he didn't average a great clip or anything, but that's not bad.
No.
And Skip was pointing out, well, look at this play. So second play of the game, they hand the ball off. Zeke bounces it outside. Travis Frederick is pulling. Travis Frederick is in front of Zeke on the corner.
Right.
If Zeke cuts it outside, he gets to the sideline, probably scores. But he cuts it inside, gets tackled by the corner instead of letting his lineman block. He misread it. He made a mistake. He still picked up 12 yards. But Skip's like, well, that wins the game right there if Zeke just carries it for a touchdown.
How do you know? Because then the Jets' offense plays different.
Or, yeah, there's a lot of...
You can't say that type of shit.
But he does. And then the other thing that happened was...
And the way the fucking Cowboys defense has been playing?
Yeah, terrible. And then...
Come on.
Who was it? Oh, it was 4th and 2. On... It might be the play where they gave up the touchdown after. It's 4th and 2. They run quarterback sweep to the short side of the field. With Zeke as the lead blocker. With no Tyron Smith.
Why? Dak's not... How fast is Dak?
Not fast.
No, I didn't
not
think
like
so.
that.
He's like Jameis Winston, where he can get some yards.
He can move. I'm not saying Dak's slow. Skip saying, well, they need to give Dak the ball more, let him run more options. Dak is not an option quarterback, man. He can scramble when he needs to, sure. And he's pretty quick, but he's not Lamar. He's not Kyler. Like, you don't design your offense for him like that. And it was a terrible
Aaron Rodgers is more mobile than Dak Prescott, right?
In the pocket, yes. Straight line speed, no. Not anymore.
I'd much rather have Aaron Rodgers.
10 out of 10 and 2 times on Sundays. And so he...
Because they play football on Sundays?
It was just garbage. Anyway, we'll stop talking about the Cowboys for a minute. We're going to go to... So, Tom Brady this week was throwing touchdown passes to undrafted rookies and a 7th round pick.
Okay.
And Skip's like, well, that's just unbelievable. Tom Brady, he went up to the stands, picked 3 people out of the stands, and said, we're going to go win the game with these guys. But Aaron Rodgers said, he went to the coaches on Monday and was like, Lazard, he's like, hey, I want this guy to play. I think he'd be good enough to play. Let's get him. So they bring him in. This is his first week playing. This is his first game playing. He catches the touchdown pass and all this stuff, and Skip goes, well, that's just Aaron Rodgers trying to make it about Aaron Rodgers. What? If he suggested it, then it's not about him. He just saw something he liked.
Maybe. Well, he's got clearly Aaron Rodgers has the front office and the coach's ear.
100%. And not that Tom Brady doesn't.
Right.
So
Tom Brady walks in and he gets whatever he wants, right?
not from Bill, but if he goes upstairs to his dad.
Oh yeah, he walks around Bill. He's scared of Uncle Bill.
That's because
He should be.
Uncle Bill was going to kick his ass out for Jimmy G.
William Belichick.
Is it really William?
I don't know it, but I assume.
And then so Lazard, okay, he's like,
can we just call him Lizard?
Sure, Lizard. Skip's like, well, Lizard, he was so talented. I don't know why he didn't get drafted. He caught the game-winning touchdown against Oklahoma a couple years ago.
Okay.
He played for Iowa State. He wasn't even the first Iowa State player drafted.
Who was?
Hakeem Butler. No, he's the first receiver.
You can't just make stuff up.
You keep saying that. He played for the Cardinals. He broke his hand. Listen, what I'm saying is...
So he doesn't play for the Cardinals then?
I mean, he's on the
He's
team.
at home right now.
Yeah, I know.
In the cast.
He's probably
Looking like
with
LeBron.
the team.
Probably punched the chalkboard.
But the thing that bugs me is like, so he makes excuse. So he's not actually an undrafted rookie. He's actually really good. But Tom Brady's undrafted rookies are actually undrafted rookies.
But if you didn't get drafted, you're an undrafted rookie.
I don't know.
You can't literally change.
Yes, he can.
The name of what an idiot,
bro. So let's look at.
Skip, you're an asshole.
He is, in fact, an asshole. So Tom Brady was throwing. He was like, "Oh, Tom Brady threw the ball to." Who is this? Gunnar Olszewski.
You can't just make up names.
Look.
All right.
What is that? Where's his college?
Bemidji
State.
Bemidji State.
So Gunnar Olszewski from Bemidji State was catching passes from Tom Brady, but Tom Brady gets
two
credit.
of them.
Yeah, 2 for 34 yards. Yeah. Julian Edelman had 9 receptions, so it seems like he was really spreading the ball around.
Gosh.
Anyway,
that was aggressive.
Listen, I'm just tired of why does Tom Brady get all this extra credit when Aaron Rodgers doesn't?
No. Why does Skip give him so much credit?
You right.
Because no one else is doing that. Everyone else swings from, Aaron Rodgers. It's just Skippered.
Skippered? We can't keep making up names for him, dog.
It's better than the bullshit he goes by on Fridays.
All right, so look.
I'm listening.
I think it was Vic Fangio.
Here we go.
Before the Broncos played the Chiefs, said Patrick Mahomes has a similar play style to John Elway.
To nobody. How many yards could John Elway throw the ball? On the move?
Pretty far, dog. John Elway had a cannon.
80 yards?
No.
On his back foot, sipping a teacup?
I am saying play style. Running around, making plays outside of the pocket, being able to pick up yards with your legs, having a strong arm.
You want to know?
Brett Favre, I know.
You know who Mahomes plays like?
Mahomes. Listen, I'm just saying as a
if you had to pick somebody,
right? And so
he's a better John Elway.
Yeah, sure, fine. But he was just giving a comparison, and Skip's like, "That's blasphemous! How dare you?" Listen, just because he's saying he plays that way does not mean he's saying he's better than John Elway. I think he might be someday, but that's not what he's saying right now. For example, if I say to you, or somebody has compared Kawhi Leonard's mid-range game and his big hands and his defense, he has a similar play style to Jordan. Does that mean that Kawhi Leonard is better than Michael Jordan? No.
In what way?
No way. That's not what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
But you're doing the same thing. You can say, oh, that guy runs like Usain Bolt. Does that mean he's faster? No, it means he runs the same way. That's all I'm saying.
Nobody runs like Usain Bolt.
God damn it. Stop doing that. Listen.
I'm not agreeing with Skip.
You are.
I don't like when people compare people to other people. I hate it.
But it's sports. It's what they do.
I hate it. I know, but I hate it. Stop. You know who Kawhi Leonard plays like?
Kawhi
Leonard. Who does Michael Jordan play like? Michael Jordan.
But there has to be a first.
No. Who did Michael Jordan play like?
Michael Jordan. He's the first.
So you just said. You have to be the first.
Yeah. Kawhi Leonard isn't the first.
Yeah. Because he's not Michael Jordan.
He's an off-brand. It's like when you go to Walmart, you got Walmart brand.
You know who the off-brand Michael Jordan was? Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, but it was like
5-time NBA champion Kobe Bryant. Now,
I have a question. How many MVPs did he win? All right, so anyway,
how many MVPs does Kawhi have?
I don't like Kawhi. I was just using that as an example. Fuckface.
First of all, Kobe has 1, but he should have 3. All right?
So Kobe has 1. Oh. So how many wins should the Cowboys have?
All right.
Anyway.
But go back in history and look.
I know. Did you know that Shaq only has 1 too? 1 Also. Shaq also has one MVP.
Yeah, but he also has like back-to-back finals MVPs.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's whatever.
I promise you, he probably rolls over in his California King, sleeps well.
So Skip likes to point out that the Cowboys are missing their right tackle and left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
The 49ers are missing their right tackle and left tackle and are undefeated.
Yep.
I'm just saying it's not an excuse.
No, it's because our defense shows up on Sundays.
Ew. The Byron Jones looks terrible.
You want to know why? Because the Cowboys are overrated. And also, Jason Garrett should have been fired 5 years ago.
Yeah.
There's the reason why the Cowboys still suck.
He does hate Jason Garrett. He
should.
Calls him Coach Clap because all he can do is clap.
Yeah. He is literally Jerry Jones's puppet.
Correct. Do you know who addresses the team before the game?
No.
Jerry Jones.
Of course he does.
Do you know who's the first person to talk to the team after the game?
Jerry Jones?
Yep. Not the coach.
No.
Do you know why Jerry Jones is never going to have a high-profile coach?
Because he can't control him. It's the same reason why he fired Jimmy Johnson.
Ding, 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 ding.
You know why he fired Jimmy Johnson?
Because Jimmy Johnson told him no?
Because Jimmy Johnson was getting all the credit for him winning those Super Bowls.
Yeah. And then he hired Sam Bemidji, and that guy went and won a Super Bowl with...
You can't just make up names.
Who was he?
I don't know.
So Sam Bemidji it is, went and won a Super Bowl with Jerry Jones, Jimmy Johnson's players.
Yeah. Jimmy Johnson was a damn good coach.
Yep. Why did he never coach in the NFL again?
Probably because he didn't want to.
Did he go coach anywhere?
He probably did, but it didn't matter. Why would you want to?
Sure.
No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Your one coaching opportunity that you had, you could probably, I would say, if Jimmy Johnson stays with the Cowboys, they probably win another.
5?
They probably win 5.
If not 5 in a row, 5 total.
With him with that team, I don't think they win 5 in a row. The fact that they three-peated was crazy. No, they won 3 in 4 years.
3 in 4 years.
Still though, but they could have won more.
They definitely could have won more.
Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith,
Michael Irvin, and that offensive line was disgusting.
Bro.
Do you know who the backup quarterback was for Troy Aikman? Jason Garrett. Fun fact number 3.
So,
4? Number 4.
So literally, the reason why he wants Jason Garrett is because when Jason's mouth opens, Jerry Jones' words come.
100%. And that's why he's never like Sean Payton loves Dallas. Like he's from Dallas. He's been rumored for that job forever, but he's never gonna go because
Why would you want that giant Jerry Jones shadow behind you
at all times, bro?
Fuck that.
Like, you wake up in the middle of the night and he's just standing over your bed,
and you can't say anything.
No, you just have to let him stand there.
Like,
so he's the
Sup,
old guy
Jerry
from The
Bear,
Simpsons.
And you roll over, Mr. Burns.
Yep, Jerry Jones and Mr. Burns confirmed. So Pro Football Focus, Doug.
Oh gosh, skip side job.
Yes, Pro Football Focus has Dallas as the second best offense in the NFL.
Says who?
Says Pro Football Focus.
Says Skip Bayless.
The analytics dog.
Chip Hayless says that...
Bip Scaleless. They'll never figure it out.
Fucking him with a fucking fake-ass mustache and the glasses with the nose. He's like... Skip. Shannon's like, Skip, I see you.
Oh, Skip.
Skip. I see you.
I know it's you. He's over there typing on his laptop in the corner. He's got a light like over his shoulder on the laptop, and he turns the light off, but the room lights are all still on. They're like, "What are you doing?"
I still see you, Skip. My name is Bip Scaleless.
This is Bip Scaleless. I don't know who Skip is. Freaking closet clown.
I watched you put the glasses on, Skip.
Look, he doesn't like the Jalen Ramsey trade. He said it's a bad trade for the Rams.
I will say I think it's too late.
Oh, it's too late, but it's a good trade overall.
Yeah,
adding a player of that caliber.
Yeah, you can't go wrong, but I think it's too late. I think the Rams pulling the trigger on that trade is a desperation move.
110%. But...
You know what Jalen doesn't do? Play offense.
Right. He's not Deion Sanders.
Yet. We don't know.
Oh, well, when your best receiver's Cooper Kupp. Freaking... What? Kupp?
Goff drops back. Dumps the ball off to Kupp.
Goff and Kupp and God, Woods.
Me and Mo were talking this week about that. Their window, it was 1 year. It was the same as Atlanta. They had 1 year that they could have won it all, and they didn't. And
it's because Todd Gurley was hurt, bro.
And Jacksonville is the same thing.
Yep.
That year that they almost went to the Super Bowl. All 3 times. Who stopped him?
New England.
Gross.
So listen, would you like to know why he doesn't like the Rams trade? He said Marcus Peters is a better fit for the team. So if you don't know who Marcus Peters has been on, this is his 3rd team in 2.5 years.
Is it?
So he was on the Chiefs, got traded to the Rams, and then got traded to Baltimore.
He's not a bad cornerback.
No, he's a bad locker room guy.
Is he?
Yeah. He always has problems with coaching. He argued and fought his way out of Kansas City because he wouldn't listen. He did the same thing with the Rams because they play a lot of man. He likes to play zone. So he would play man. He would play zone, and they played man.
So he just did what he wanted?
Yeah.
So he's a bad locker room guy.
Right, and he wouldn't listen, and he's argumentative and all this stuff. And he's like,
I never understand those guys.
I don't know either.
You're so talented.
Right, he has 24 interceptions in like 25 games or something.
Although, if he's really that
good
in
30-some games.
If he's really that good in zone, though.
He really is, bro.
Then why don't you just run him in zone?
But it's harder. I think it's harder to do it. Like, let's say the team is running a man concept and he's running zone. That's more difficult than like Jalen Ramsey in man and the rest of my team's in a cover 3.
Why don't you do that then?
You could
run zone.
That's why they got the guy who's better at man. It's a better fit for their team.
Listen, Jalen Ramsey's broken. Next.
In Madden, totally busted. But what I'm saying is, so he goes through and was like, well, Jalen Ramsey. Let me ask you this: outside of the argument this year, have you ever heard anything bad about Jalen Ramsey?
No.
No?
Except that he's the best trash talker in the league right now.
Yeah, he does talk a lot of shit. But that's on the field. I'm talking about, have you ever heard
I love it so much.
Have you heard any shit off the field?
No.
So Skip goes,
but he did come from DBU, so.
He didn't go to LSU.
DBU.
He didn't go to Texas.
Florida State.
Isn't that DBU?
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
The greatest corner of all time came from there. Tell me more.
So, one guy.
Derwin James.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other because it's not my school, but...
Jalen Ramsey?
Let me call Randy real quick.
Don't call it Big Dog. He might be sleeping. He doesn't sleep. Who are we talking about? Listen.
And even if he was, he'd answer the phone.
LSU has more drafted corners than them.
Tell me more.
Texas has a lot of good ones,
Tell me
too.
more. Honey Badger.
Eric Berry. Earl Thomas.
No. Tell me more about LSU.
Honey Badger.
And?
Mo Claiborne.
What's he do? Besides give up touchdowns.
There was another really good one they had. Patrick Peterson.
Speaking of Patrick Peterson.
Yeah.
You hear they're talking about trading him?
They should.
Well, the Cardinals said they come out and said they're not going to, but how many times have we heard that?
Literally once last week, Jalen Ramsey. Listen, if they trade Patrick Peterson, who's he go to?
A contender. Saints, maybe?
Oh, that would be disgusting.
Him and Marshawn Lattimore?
Oh.
Seattle?
Well, Seattle's not
No, they're not going to do that.
He's old, though.
And that's in your division.
Yeah, he's old, though.
You don't have to have him play. You know what I mean? One dynamic player on your defense.
Cowboys.
Some of these teams need to start blowing it up. Like the Cardinals, the Dolphins have already started.
Yeah.
Cardinals, the
Bengals,
Broncos.
The Bengals need to trade Adrian Green for AJ Green's sake.
I hate these teams that try to hold on to. Because then you have pieces that. But they're not going to help you in the long run. Like Von Miller's not helping you in the long run.
No.
You know what I mean?
You need to get pieces so you can rebuild.
Right. Exactly.
Cortland Sutton looks like a decent little receiver, though.
Yeah, he's nice. I'm just saying, you're not...
Right.
Broncos aren't 2 years, 3 years away from winning the Super Bowl.
No, they're like 12.
Yeah. The Bengals are like 2 decades.
Yeah. That's because they held on to Marvin...
50 years.
That's because they held on to Marvin Lewis for 100 years. I feel bad for Josh Rosen, dog.
Yeah.
He got benched again.
That's not his... Maybe they benched him because they were like, look, he may be their future, but you don't want to use him now.
Why did they put him in?
So we're both thinking Miami's going to have the number 1 pick next year.
Yeah.
And then...
You know they have the Steelers pick, too?
And then... Yeah, they have a lot of picks. And then, what's his name? The Bengals probably have 2, right?
No.
You don't think so?
1.
No, I mean, they'll have the second pick.
Second pick, yeah, probably.
I think if the Dolphins are smart, they take the dude from Ohio State, that linebacker, defensive end hybrid. Can't think of what his name is.
He's good.
They're comparing him to Khalil Mack, kind of, or he's got that similar build. I'd take him if I were them. Neither one of them should take a quarterback. I don't think Cincinnati's going to give up on Andy Dalton.
They should.
They should, but I don't think they will. So I honestly don't think we see a quarterback taken until number 3, if the Dolphins are smart.
They're not.
No, they're not. They're absolutely going to take Tua or the dude from LSU or the dude from Ohio State, depending on who has the best combine. I think it's a mistake. I've never liked when shit teams take a quarterback. You're not a quarterback away. Me personally, if I'm rebuilding a team, right, from the ground up like you are, if I'm in Miami right now, I start building that defense because your defense is going to help you out because then all you have to do is have a game manager until you get a quarterback.
So here's my thing. How are you going to get your quarterback?
You're going to be bad for the next 5 years. Take one in a few years.
Okay, so what if, for example...
Or trade up. They have picks.
Okay, but let's say, for example, you're building your defense, you start with your offensive line, you get a solid defense, right?
Yep.
Then you win 8 games.
You're not going to win 8 games.
You might.
No.
Dog.
With
shit teams win all
with
the
Josh
time.
Rosen throwing to who?
Devontae Parker.
Can't stay on the field. Next.
He's been fine.
No.
I'm saying...
When he does play, what's he do? Bring up his stats. He doesn't have to do anything.
Devontae Parker's decent, bro.
No, he's
what
not.
I'm saying. He said nobody throwing him the ball. Listen, what I'm saying is, if you build your team around no quarterback and they end up winning games,
I understand what you're saying. Well,
then you're not going to get.
Then you trade up into the draft and you get what the piece you need. It's not that hard.
But if you're 4 years in, then all your draft picks that you acquired in 2 years are gone, are used up already on linebackers and linemen and shit.
Take a quarterback now. Take Tua. He gets hurt next year, never plays again. Then you're right back to square one. Because you don't have anybody to protect him. He has nobody to throw to. Doesn't have a defense that has his back. So he's out there.
But if you draft a guy who can elevate your team...
Who's he elevating? Tua. Tomorrow. Who's he elevating?
You know they're talking about taking Jerry Jeudy number 1 overall? That's a real thing? A wide receiver?
That's stupid too. Unless you legit think Josh Rosen is your guy, which they might. They did trade for him. Unless you think he's your guy and you're just going to build around him, I get it. But don't draft a quarterback number 1. Not this year. Not if I'm Miami.
Why do you not like the pick of Kyler?
No, I don't.
What about Baker?
No, I don't.
Andrew Luck?
No, I
RG3?
don't. Okay,
Cam
definitely
Newton.
not RG3.
RG3 was fantastic for... I know it was only a year. But if you could have bottled up that year...
Andrew Luck, I get it because literally you let Peyton walk. You had to take a quarterback.
They were 2-14.
Yeah. Because Peyton wasn't there.
But they're a trash team, right?
They had pieces already. They had decent... They didn't have offensive line.
No, they didn't. They never did.
That GM should be sued. Can we talk about that?
Like Andrew Luck should sue him?
You had Andrew Luck, who was a once-in-a-lifetime type quarterback, where he comes in, he's smart, he stayed in school all 4 years, got his degree, and then you just wasted him because you wouldn't pick up guys to protect him. I don't know. Personally, to me... I'm just
playing devil's advocate.
I know. You could pick up a guy...
So you don't like the Mitch Trubisky pick?
No, we swindled the shit out of you guys.
It's okay. I don't like it either. I hate it, actually. You literally took the guy because he was white.
Chicago needs to stick to what they've always done. Let your defense hang out, win you games, and let your quarterback manage. It worked in '85.
But
you also had the greatest running back of all time.
Imagine if you had Deshaun Watson on that team.
If so. You know what I mean? If.
I know. If ifs were fists, we'd all be drunk.
But, to be honest, a quarterback that's coming off of beating Alabama...
Twice. He should have for 800 yards and 8 touchdowns against Alabama.
Twice. He literally, same play 2 years in a row. One's successful, one's not. I'm saying... I would have took him. But... If I wanted San Francisco
Who was
to
the
take
number 1 pick in that draft?
It was somebody good, wasn't it? Myles Garrett.
Yeah, all right. That's justifiable. I'll take that.
Myles Garrett.
He's a freak. Did you hear a fan punch him in the face?
And he said, next time put
your back into it.
Put your legs into it, I might flinch. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, gosh. So, that's the most ballsy man in history, right?
No, it's the luckiest man in history.
No, it's ballsy. You thought it was a good idea to punch him in the face? I mean...
So is he not a Browns fan?
No. He probably wanted to do it for the...
Lulz?
To get famous.
He didn't put his name out there.
No,
bro, do you know what Myles Garrett could have done to that man?
But again, though, if he retaliates, he's the bad guy. You know what I mean? Because it's the same thing if a woman hits you in the face 8 times, you push her away once, you pushed a woman.
I know. But...
Which you are a woman if you pretend to be a fan... And then you punch a guy.
Dude, Myles Garrett was in his car, bro.
I
think he was in his car and rolled down his window and the dude walked
What I hate See, this is the type of thing that I don't like that people do, because now, I know he's not afraid, but he's going to be hesitant to take a picture with a legit fan.
Shannon Sharp said that. He's like, now when he turns down other people wanting pictures, he's the bad guy.
Yep.
But no, he's not.
No, I got punched in the face for being a good guy.
Right.
No.
He is so lucky Myles Garrett didn't get out of that car.
Oh, and to be honest with you, what would you have gained from getting out of the car? Because you could have caught him. Oh, he'd have caught you.
He would have caught you.
You're not fast enough. He would have caught you. But, so now you got Myles Garrett who leaves his car beating the shit out of this guy. Now, you probably get suspended by the NFL because they don't care what happened.
Yes, but...
Or if the NFL doesn't suspend
no, he
you,
did the
does.
absolute 100% right thing. He didn't do
He
anything
should have
wrong.
got out of the car.
I would have got out of the car.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. For sure I would have got out of the car.
And I know...
That's probably why we're not famous.
But Myles Garrett isn't... Well, there's a lot of reasons why we're not famous.
Well,
but Myles Garrett isn't a fighter. Maybe. He writes poetry and he, like, reads books with glasses on and stuff. Not
thank you, dumbass, for doing that. Because now, the next time something comes up where he has an interaction with fans, he's going to be reluctant. He's not going to want to do it. And so now you just ruined it for everybody.
Yep. Now when Myles Garrett doesn't do jersey signings or anything anymore, you know why? Because this dude. Anyway, next up on my list, so they were talking about Laker greats and what it would take for Anthony Davis, not LeBron, because Anthony Davis has more career left. So if Anthony Davis continues to play with the Lakers, what would it take for him to end up on the Mount Rushmore or considered a Laker great, right? And they're talking about he needs LeBron now because if they can get a title, that builds a base.
Kind of like Kobe.
Right.
Check.
He needs a start, and then maybe he can get a couple more on his own or whatever, right? Max Kellerman said, I don't think no matter what he does, he can ever end up on the list. Because you have to go through Jerry West, Magic, Kobe, Shaq, the list goes on and on. He mentioned Pau Gasol on that list. What? Was Pau Gasol decent? Sure.
Is he the reason? Did he help Kobe win his last two rings?
Absolutely. 100%. Pau Gasol was an all-star.
Is he the reason that they won the rings?
No. That's not what I said.
No, but I'm saying.
Right. Like, he made it seem like Pau Gasol was dominant or something.
Literally, the Rushmore of Lakers, there's four, is Magic, Kareem, Kobe, Shaq. I don't put Jerry West on there. Win some more championships.
He can't.
Exactly.
But
Same
anyway,
reason why I don't put Chamberlain on there.
Max Kellerman literally was talking about Laker greats and put Pau Gasol in that conversation. That's more blasphemous than Anthony Davis.
He was a decent player. Don't get me wrong. I'm
That's
not
all
trying
he
to
was,
take anything away from him.
That's all he was, though. Was decent.
Yeah. Good big man. But put him in his prime in today's NBA doesn't help him. Doesn't help you.
Doesn't do anything.
No.
Right. So then, Mr. Skip, they were talking about LeBron. The GMs did their list, and one of the topics was leader. LeBron has won best leader in the NBA for like 10 years in a row. That this year he got like 7% of the vote or something. And Skip was like, "Well, this isn't surprising at all. LeBron's a terrible leader."
Is he?
Yeah. He specifically called out Game 1 against the Warriors when they lost. Whoa.
When JR didn't dribble the ball out?
Yeah.
And was that LeBron that did that?
No. LeBron was a bad leader because of how he handled it.
Oh, he got pissed off because JR was an idiot?
Right. And how he went on the bench, he sat away from the team. There was one seat between him and the team, and he didn't listen to the play call. And then clearly in the overtime, he was pouting and didn't want to shoot the ball, and that's why he's a bad leader.
He was pissed off.
Like, give me one person in history who doesn't react that way. Anyone, I'll wait. Well, Tom Brady wouldn't have.
Kobe Bryant wouldn't have, but he would have killed J.R. Smith.
Right, he would have been in the game because J.R. Smith would have been dead.
Dead. Yep.
Oh, Tom Brady would have. If Julian Edelman takes the ball and runs into the other end zone.
I literally think in this instance, first of all, you can't compare football to basketball. It doesn't work. It's not the same thing.
Well, no, but
the equivalent would be if you're up and you throw an out route to Julian Edelman, and instead of just falling down, he goes out of bounds and stops the clock.
Sure, something.
And it causes you to
lose the game.
But
or instead of stopping the clock out, he stays in bounds.
Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah. But, no. I think LeBron, literally, it was a good case of, My mom always told me if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it.
Right. Because
all he wanted to do was just snatch up JR and choke him the fuck out.
Which is why, and he's like, oh, what did he do? He went and punched a whiteboard. Come on, LeBron, get over it. It's lucky he didn't punch JR in the face.
Again, it literally boils down to you don't like him.
I know, I'm just saying.
Tell me more about how, if LeBron's not a leader, how did he single-handedly change the culture in Cleveland when he came back and brought them a title?
Right.
Did your boy Dak do that?
Yeah.
When? How many titles has Dak got?
0.
Exactly.
So the last major topic I got for Bullshit Skip Bayless says this week, Louis Riddick.
Oh,
so they were talking about who... So since Patrick Mahomes is out, does that mean the Patriots are a lock to win the AFC Championship? Well, no, obviously he's only out 3 weeks. But they were talking about...
Did he say it before that got announced?
No.
Okay.
No. It might have been before. Either way, they were talking about Mahomes being out. Are the Patriots a lock? They mentioned... They mentioned the Texans because of the way they play.
Yeah.
Keeping the ball away from the Patriots. He mentioned the Colts because they have the best offensive line in football and they run the ball. Right?
How funny is that? The year after
Andrew Luck retires, he's probably
he could come back.
He's not gonna come back. They signed Jacoby Brissett for like 2 more years, bro.
Still though, if Andrew Luck calls Jim Irsay and is like, "Hey, I've been working out. I feel good.
Stay the hell home, you big baby."
Oh gosh, don't say that. Don't be that guy.
But Andrew Luck talks like he's got peanut butter stuck to the roof of his mouth.
He does, but you know what he does well?
Has a flip phone.
He plays football well.
Yeah.
Led that shit Colts team to the playoffs a couple times.
And?
Lost to the Deflategate.
You didn't even believe that yourself.
Yeah, I didn't.
Anyway, Louis Riddick said there's one other team in the AFC who plays the right style of football who could beat the Patriots in a playoff game.
Can I throw one out there? Let me just think. Who's going to be ridiculous? I got nobody.
The Raiders. He said the Raiders. He implied that the Raiders could beat the Patriots in a playoff game.
Could they?
No.
Could they really? Is
No.
that what we're gonna go with?
Absolutely.
What's their record right now? Do you know?
3-2 or 4-2 or something. They beat Chicago.
Chicago's not playing great right now.
Chicago doesn't have a quarterback, and even when we get
Chase McDaniels.
and good old
Mitchell. Your quarterback is named Mitchell. I can't get over that. Mine's name is Jimothy, but yours is Mitchell.
Jimothy Garoppolo. I know you guys don't know because she's been very quiet, but we do have our third co-host here. She's just supervising right now.
She pretty much keeps us in line.
And she's making sure we don't get off on a tangent or anything.
She knows. Look at her. She knows.
Anyway. But yeah, the Raiders, Doug. He said the Raiders with a straight face, Doug.
Texans I could get because they could keep the ball out of Tom Brady's hands.
And Deshaun Watson's a baller.
Can't sleep on the Chiefs.
Never. Even if Matt Moore...
I don't really think anybody in the AFC has a legit...
The Ravens.
That defense is kind of suspect.
The defense is hella suspect, but Marcus Peters is an improvement.
Once you get Marcus Peters and Jimmy Smith in the same defense, you know what I mean?
And what Patriots receiver is doing anything against those three?
No. Nobody.
Julian Edelman?
Maybe they
Gunnar Olszewski?
Maybe they signed back an unknown wide receiver named Bantonio
Clown. Listen, I am tired of people. They obviously don't have any Rob Gronkowski.
We didn't talk about what Stephen A. said. He fits right now in bullshit Skip Bayless says.
Yeah, he does. What did he say?
Said that the Cowboys don't have anything to lose in signing.
Oh, that's right,
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, he said the Cowboys should sign Antonio Brown, and he also said the Patriots should sign Antonio Brown.
I disagree with the Patriots. You don't want to. They've got something going on right now. No matter who they play, 6-0 is still 6-0. They didn't play down to the competition. They're 6-0. However,
do you know the only defense that Tom Brady faced, he had 150 passing yards and an interception?
I'm saying
it does matter who they play.
Yeah, but do you want to throw a combustible element like Antonio Brown on?
They already did.
Yeah, and it cut his ass right away. But one game, like, all right, we've seen all we need to see.
That's because he was...
Cowboys, at this point, you really don't have anything to lose, Doug.
But if you sign him and he doesn't play, what good is it?
You're right. Cut him again?
You don't want to have him on the commissioner's exempt list and he just sits there getting paychecks from you.
Why not? Jerry Jones likes throwing money away.
Because he's about to throw $35 million at Dak Prescott.
Yep. Although there was an interesting theory that I was thinking about. What if the reason that he didn't go with the $30 million deal because it was too team friendly?
Dak?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Dak wants his money.
No, I'm saying like the reason. Oh, he just wants more money. Yeah, but maybe because the $30 million a year wasn't, I guess, highly guaranteed as he wanted. You know what I mean?
It's $30 million a year.
Yeah,
bro.
but like, what if they decide they don't want him anymore? They cut him. They don't lose anything. He doesn't get anything.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
But I think it's probably the year average is probably a little low, and the full contract is a little low. Like, for example, what did Goff get? Like 34 million a year for a 111 million contract or something.
Who are you taking? Goff, Dak, or Carson
Wentz?
Me too.
He made a couple plays on Sunday that I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? Dak never makes any plays like that, and Goff is an upgraded version of Dak.
I don't believe in Goff.
I don't. He throws a better ball, and I think he's a better quarterback, but not by much. And it's a situation.
It's a game of inches with them too.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. He has to have everything just so, and he's fine.
The only reason that he was so successful last year is Sean McVay figured stuff out for 1 year, and Gurley was playing well. Right,
and now Gurley's got arthritis in his knee. He's never going to be the same.
He does have arthritis in his knees?
Yeah, it was announced this offseason. The knee he tore the ACL in college. He's got arthritis in it now.
So he's on a clock
for 3 years and like $60 million.
So they're going to let him run the clock out on his contract, and he's done. Whatever. Or just retire now. No, you wouldn't get the money.
No.
What's a little knee pain for $60 million? Am I right?
I mean, yeah. He's still trying. Like it's not. He's not.
Yeah, but he's clearly not the same guy anymore.
Nope, and he never will be again.
Nope, and it sucks because he was fun to watch for a minute.
Super fun, dude. The Georgia Bulldogs in 2014 had Nick Chubb, Sony Michel, and Todd Gurley on the same team.
Yeah, but two of those aren't as exciting as Todd Gurley.
You think Nick Chubb's a scrub?
No, but who would you rather have? A healthy Nick Chubb or a healthy Todd Gurley?
Oh, healthy Todd Gurley.
And Sony Michel, meh. He's all right. He's literally the perfect back for Tom Brady because he can catch out of the backfield.
Yeah, how come he isn't playing, dog?
Because they're sick of it.
I guess they're sick of being good. Nah, they're all right.
So, you got anything else?
We'll talk about NBA season. I know we talked about it starts on Tuesday. I'm so excited. You know what that means, though, right? We're gonna go back to an NBA podcast.
At least we have football to break it up till January.
Wisconsin was upset. Number 6, Wisconsin lost.
To who?
Does
it matter?
Bemidji State.
Not Bemidji. See, there you go, making shit up again.
It wasn't Bemidji State. I did make that up, but they did lose. I'm pulling up the score right now. Give me 1 second. I apologize. Yeah, Wisconsin lost to Illinois on a walk-off field goal.
That's gross. 23-24?
23-24.
Wisconsin does what Wisconsin always does. Chokes, just like Georgia.
Freaking Jonathan Taylor, though, is a freak, man.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
Nope.
Home Improvement? He was one of the kids on Home Improvement.
Was he?
You even know how? You didn't even.
Yeah, I watched Home Improvement.
Yeah, whatever noise he made. All right. Anything else?
No.
Have you seen Joker yet?
No. I think Notre Dame plays tonight, yeah?
Who cares? So,
they do.
Yeah, and
and
the Who Caresies award goes to...
Oh, they play next week. I apologize. No, I thought they played.
And the Who Caresies award goes
Shut up. Oh. I care. Anyway,
why?
I think that's enough for this week.
Are you sure? Nothing else you want to talk about?
You want to talk more about wrestling? Because I can go on that. So, okay,
there's
one more thing.
Really
Listen, one more thing. The Crown Jewel, right? It was the last man standing match between Seth Rollins and The Fiend. They came out and said it cannot be stopped for any reason.
Oh, so Seth's winning then.
I'm just saying, listen to that sentence. So if he gets a pin, it's false count anywhere, but it can't be stopped for any reason. So
is it for the title or is it just a match?
I think it's for the title.
That's stupid.
Seth's going to win. I know.
Oh, for sure. They're determined to squash The Fiend, bro.
I'm so upset. Hulk Hogan had to pick a new leader for his team because
Seth Rollins' match.
Right. So it's Roman Reigns. I love Roman Reigns, man.
I know you do.
He had a good match with Shinsuke Nakamura on Friday, though.
I saw a rumor and I'm so glad it was proven false that they were going to do at the Crown Jewel. They were going to do Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. That would have been the worst match of all time.
You can't put those two together.
You can't squash Roman Reigns.
Right.
And if Goldberg can't squash somebody, it's not a Goldberg match.
Right. Or he loses. And you don't want Goldberg to come into Saudi Arabia just to lose. And exactly. He was going to lose to Undertaker. Or he did lose to Undertaker because Undertaker was not having his shit. But
the Undertaker was the only one that came in there ready to go.
Well, that's because Goldberg knocked himself unconscious.
Well, stop headbutting shit.
Sorry. So Braun Strowman gets knocked out by Tyson Fury, right?
Nope. Braun wins.
No way.
Bet.
Tyson Fury is going to literally knock him unconscious.
So the mistake that they're about to make,
you can't touch it.
They keep doing that to Braun too.
Yeah.
I want Braun to leave. I want him to go to AEW.
I don't want any of them to go to AEW.
I do. I need them to start being better, and the only way they're going to be better is they start losing people. They already lost Chris Jericho, which at this point in his career,
right.
It's not that bad. They did let Dean Ambrose walk.
Yeah.
And Dean Ambrose is a hell of a performer.
For sure. They needed to give Braun Strowman beat Brock and carry the belt. When Brock didn't want to be around, just have Braun Strowman be the monster. You call him the monster among men, let him do it. And
monster among men, but he can't beat Seth Rollins.
Right.
Can't beat Brock Lesnar.
Right.
Who can he beat?
He didn't beat Roman. Well, he beat Roman a couple times.
But who can he beat?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Catch these hands.
Keep hearing rumors about the new Star Wars movie.
I'm not listening to any. There's a new trailer coming out on Monday. I'm not going to watch it.
They're saying...
No,
they're saying that J.J. Abrams is going to attempt the impossible.
What does that mean?
Put an end to all 9 movies. Not just the 9th movie.
He's going to wrap up all of them?
All of them. And apparently we get a little insight on in the Reylo, the little relationship between Rey and Kylo.
Their brother and sister?
No, yeah. We get insight on what they really are.
Yeah, of course we do. Because he's going to tell us the truth about her parents.
They're not brother and sister.
They're cousins.
They're cousins. Because if anybody but Luke Skywalker is her dad, it's bullshit.
100%. Oh, but what's his name tried to do it?
No, it's not what happened.
You going to cover it? You going to try to stick up for him?
No, I know what they were trying to do, and I know what Kylo was trying to do. Kylo was trying to make it seem like he was the only one she had.
Yeah.
Because I legit think he knows who her parents are.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah. Because he fought hologram him.
The jackass whatever director was
Rian Johnson. Are you nervous that Rian Johnson still might get a trilogy himself?
A little.
So what do they do?
He might be, but see, here's the thing. He might be a fine director and will make a great trilogy, but he shouldn't have taken over in the middle of one.
You're right.
Because it was.
They should have made JJ sign a 3 movie contract.
Yep.
I don't understand why they did that, and they realized they messed up because then they had JJ come back for the 9th.
Yeah, they're like, listen, we will give you all of the money. Please fix it.
If they retconned 8, I wouldn't mind. If the first thing that they do, bro, in 9, right, is just the opening scene to 8 again, but better.
I'm with it.
Right, you have to be. They've talked about it, and Rian Johnson came out and said if they retconned it, can
they retcon it with just storytelling though, or do they have to reshoot the movie? Reshoot.
I don't know. It could have been a vision that Luke had. Or
no, you made your bed, fucking lay in it. But if they
have to retcon it somehow because that story was a freaking mess.
Yeah, and they can storytell it out a little bit. If he wraps up all 9 movies and
he's going to wrap up. This is supposed to be the end of the Skywalker saga. So saga. What's wrong with me?
I'm not sure.
Was I eating oatmeal?
Listen, I want to say things that I can't say on the podcast while it's recording. I am excited.
I am too, but I'm reserved now after 8.
Have to be reserved. Because 8
Again,
made me sad.
I will always say at least 8 tried to be different. That's all I'll say about it. I'm not defending it. I'm not saying it was good.
They did, in fact, try.
They tried.
They succeeded.
They succeeded.
They were different.
Different.
They were different. Fucking Ryan.
The scene with Kylo with his shirt off.
Why does he look so weird?
Because his pants were too high.
That's the scene we're focused on? We're not going to talk about Canto Bite?
Oh.
And anything to do with Rose and Finn?
Bro, Rose was gone. They destroyed her as a character.
Bro, they tacked on 20 minutes of movie for nothing.
To pad the runtime.
Why? And we're going to talk about the little boy doing the Force at the end.
Because they're trying to build it.
The Force is for everyone.
So 9 ends. What would you like to happen after that? How many years should pass before they start 10? They're going to do episode 10.
No. Look.
5 years.
9 is the end of the Skywalker saga, right? So we don't need to follow them anymore. But they can end 9 in a way that you can do a trilogy or do his own bullshit outside of that universe. You feel me?
So episode 10, right?
There's no episode 10.
So here's what's going to happen in 9. I'm calling it now, all right? Episode 9 is going to end. Kylo's going to do the switcherooski. He's going to become good again.
Right.
They're going to kill Palpatine.
Yeah.
Who's not really Palpatine. You know, it's somebody else.
It's Palpatine. But
somebody we don't even know about
yet. It's Palpatine who learned immortality.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
He's body hopping. Continue.
And then they fast forward. If they get rid of Kylo, period, I think that's so stupid.
Oh, yeah, I love Kylo. Don't get rid of him. But also make him a badass.
He has to be good, but still wears the helmet.
Yeah. Is he going to get a blue lightsaber?
No, it has to still be red.
But he's just good?
He's just good.
Yeah. Anakin was bad with a blue lightsaber for a while. Until it got cut off.
When he killed all the younglings?
Heavy times.
He killed all the women and the children's and the sand peoples.
The women.
And
the children, too.
Would those movies have been better if they'd have cast Anakin better or wrote him better?
Wrote.
Both.
I don't mind.
The kid Anakin sucked.
The very early kid sucked.
But no, the only part where Hayden Christensen really excels as Anakin is the third movie.
Yes.
But only in the third movie when he's evil.
Yes.
And still not really because who played Obi-Wan?
Ewan McGregor
killed him in acting, bro. Hands down.
Ewan McGregor kills everyone in acting. He's fantastic.
He is great. Hashtag I need an Obi-Wan movie. Listen, this was what me and Jordan were talking about, right? So I want a movie in between Episode 3 and Episode 4 where Darth Vader's hunting down the last of the Jedi, right?
Yes, you've got me.
And so essentially what this movie is, it's going to be a 3-hour movie, but half of it's going to be an Obi-Wan movie, half of it's going to be Darth Vader
movie.
And at the very end...
Bro, I've read some... Continue.
At the very end... I can't take all the credit for this because this is kind of me and Jordan put this together. We need to write movies. Anyway, so essentially what would happen is it ends with Yoda and Obi-Wan are on a ship and they're trying to outrun the Empire. And
who did you say?
Obi-Wan and Yoda.
Okay.
What do you think I said?
I heard Obi-Wan and Obi-Wan. And anyway, continue.
No, Obi-Wan and Yoda are trying to outrun the Empire. It doesn't work. Vader gets on the ship. So you have a fight where Yoda escapes.
So you're redoing the fight at the end of 3.
No, Yoda escapes, and that's how he ends up on Dagobah. Mm-hmm. And then Obi-Wan beats Vader, and then goes into hiding.
So he beats Vader twice?
Yeah, because you can't beat Obi-Wan. No, but he loses. You remember? Who kills Obi-Wan? Who kills him?
Vader.
1 out of 3 is not bad if you kill him.
But as a kid, I always thought he just ran away.
Who?
Obi. Because it didn't look like the lightsaber actually hit him. Have you seen the fan edit to that? The re-edit to that?
Yeah, the fight?
Yeah.
It's dope.
Way amazing.
Well, they were limited with the technology.
It's not just limited with the technology.
So you want them to end it at 9. You don't want them to make any more.
I don't want them to make any more movies where Kylo Ren's in it or Rey's in it. You can make a Star Wars movie, but make it like the Han Solo movie, or like not obviously better, but Han Solo movie wasn't that bad.
It was terrible.
You hate everything.
No, it was. Tell me more. How transparent the entire movie is.
It was a story we already knew.
It was how you knew it? How'd you know it?
I mean, you didn't know, but you knew.
You knew how he got the Millennium Falcon. You knew the only interesting part was how in the hell did him and Chewie become friends? That was the only part you cared about. The Chewster. Too much?
A little.
Listen.
But I'm saying you can make side stories like that, or...
No.
Yeah, you don't have to make any
as long as it ain't Han. That was terrible. The guy that they had playing Han...
was fantastic.
Daenerys can't act her way out of a wet paper bag. Woody Harrelson was the only good part of that movie. Darth Maul showing up was the only reason to watch that movie.
Ooh, that was amazing. Anyway, They can make a Darth Maul movie. They can make a Yoda movie. They can make all
done that. They've done that already.
A Darth Maul movie?
Yeah. It's
What?
called Star Wars, the Clone Wars TV show.
I want a real...
With his brother, Savage Opress. Can we talk about how cool of a name that is?
It's better than Gunnar Olszewski. Listen, so
you're telling me you'd be a Tom Brady fan if he was throwing passes to Savage Opress?
Yes.
You have to be.
Yes.
That's your favorite player, right?
No, Savage Opress would be.
That's what I'm saying.
So he plays tight end?
The wide receiver, dog. Because he's savage. Savage Opress probably plays defense, let's be honest.
Yeah, he plays middle linebacker.
Oh, for sure.
So, I've read a lot of Star Wars books, or I read in the past a lot of Star Wars books. I don't have a lot of time
Remember,
to read.
none of those matter anymore. None of those are canon.
No, I've read some canon ones too. But I did read some like Legends ones that are not canon technically. Bro, Darth Vader is a badass, bro.
That's why I want a movie of him full villain. Now, let's be honest. The only reason to watch Rogue One was with him on the scene of the ship.
Oh my god!
I didn't like Rogue One either. I thought it was stupid.
Only because you knew everyone was gonna die.
Yeah, I didn't get attached to any of the characters.
Right.
The robot, like, yeah, it was fun to watch, but you're just like, but you're like, I get what you're doing. And then like that's the whole reason why I don't like BB-8 because you're trying to, you're literally, hey, remember how everyone likes R2-D2? You remember? Yeah, whatever.
But it's advertising. You sell those toys to kids.
I get it. I get it, but I don't like it.
But Darth Vader, dude, like, he was a badass, bro. Yeah. He would go around and he was just a monster. And there's the comics are really good too. Those are canon. Almost all the comics are canon.
So as far as I know, when Disney bought it, the only thing that they said was canon was all the movies, the TV show, and that was it. And
there was like 2 books at the time.
Yeah.
And now there's a comic book series. But my favorite thing in the comics, dog, was so Darth Vader's escaping or not escape. He's flying like attacking a rebel base.
I'll say Vader doesn't escape.
Right. And
he leaves.
He gets shot down and he crash lands on a planet. And the Rebel Alliance surrounds him. He's completely surrounded. Tanks, AT-ATs, all the men, right? And he stands up out of the rubble of his spaceship. And they're like, Darth Vader, we have you surrounded. And he's standing there, his cloak blows in the wind. And he ignites his lightsaber. And he says, the only thing I'm surrounded by is fear and dead men.
Oh, gosh.
Bro.
I gotta go home. I gotta clean myself up. So, the only other thing that I want them to make canon is those 2 Star Wars games, Force Unleashed.
Not Force Unleashed. Make them canon.
Why not? Star Killer?
You can't.
Why?
They don't fit.
Well, how?
It doesn't really fit.
He had a
Darth Vader had a secret apprentice.
Yeah,
it's a cool concept.
The only thing that doesn't work is you break the Sith rule. There's a master and an apprentice.
You break the rule, but when okay, do you know where that rule originated?
No.
Okay, I read the books.
So they're not canon. Doesn't matter.
Listen to me. So the rule of 2, Darth Bane made that rule. Because
a cool name,
bro. Darth Bane was a badass. Anyway,
who killed him?
His apprentice.
Who's his apprentice?
I don't remember her name. Because it's not as cool as Darth Bane. But anyway, so the rule of 2, Darth Bane invented the rule of 2 because you have one master having all the power and one person to seek it. And then when that person feels they're capable, they kill the master and then find a new apprentice.
Why would you ever find an apprentice? That makes no sense. Because one day they're going to kill you.
Right. That's why you're Sith. But, like, for example, when he was because he was around when they had Sith academies, like Jedi academies. And he was like, this is stupid. These people they're not as strong as me. Like, it doesn't make sense. So he went out and trained or whatever. And so...
So are the original games canon? The,
Old Republic?
Yeah.
No.
They should be.
I
heard those games are amazing.
I played them when I was a kid, bro.
Jordan played them like recently, and he was telling me about it. He said the second one wasn't as good as the first one.
Dog, you fully customize it. It was one of those first games where your decisions matter.
Yeah.
You can choose light side or dark side or in the middle.
You go dark side, right?
Every time.
I don't know. Middle makes more sense. I feel like you'd be the most powerful Jedi in the middle because you're allowed to have your emotions, but you can also choose not to be a huge asshole.
That's why. At least in lore, obviously not in the movies, but in the lore, Mace Windu is so strong. Is because, and his lightsaber fighting style, actually, he fights with a lot of anger and aggression. But he's not a gray Jedi.
Which is exactly why you picked Samuel L. Jackson to play him.
Can we talk about how Samuel L. Jackson went up to old Georgie boy? I was like, listen, I can't see my character in all these blue and green. Give me a fucking purple lightsaber.
No, you know the real reason?
That is the real reason.
No, the real reason is because purple's his favorite color.
Dog, the real reason is because he couldn't see his character.
Because it's his favorite color.
I like the idea better that it was like a gift or he like
no
he's
like, hey, look, I'll be your Mace Windu or whatever. I'll be your window.
Hey, did you mean to make the pun?
What?
Because he died by being thrown out of a window.
Yeah, that's probably why I threw him out the window. There's theories that he's not dead.
I've heard that. There's theories that he was Palpatine, or not Palpatine, Sidious.
That's stupid.
All right, I'm just telling you.
I don't like it.
Well, Sidious is dead, or what's his name is dead. What is his name? Snoke is what I meant.
Snoke is not dead. Snoke is the reincarnation of Palpatine.
No, they were saying Snoke is
Palpatine.
No, was Mace Windu.
That's stupid.
All right.
I don't like it.
Well, that's what they said.
Snoke's still alive.
Anyway, half an hour ago I said I wanted to be done, and you started on Star Wars talk. This is your fault.
Maybe I like you editing. Maybe this is a big fuck you to you.
Anyway, before we keep going, let's end it there.
I just want to say, I'm excited for the new Star Wars movies.
Absolutely.
They're already putting out tickets.
I was like, hey, babe, we should go watch it on Friday, right? She's like, no. I'm like, why? She's like, well, can't we just go see it 3 weeks later? And I was like, I will go watch this movie.
What did you just say?
I will go see this movie without you.
I will file for divorce. Just kidding.
But seriously, I want to go see that movie Friday or Thursday. I'll go see it Thursday. I don't care. But I need to go see it.
The last couple Star Wars movies you've seen before I have. That's the only thing that you've done before me.
Yeah.
I should say the only movie that I think you've seen before me.
Yeah.
In our friendship.
Well, and now because, well...
What doesn't count now? Now you
got,
dads and stuff.
It's hard to go see the movies. Anyway, thanks for listening. We'll be back next week.
Sorry about the last rambling half hour.
I'm not either. Listen, remember the quote of Darth Vader? Like, honestly, I want that to be like the intro scene to a Darth Vader movie.
Yep.
Like, I'm surrounded by
telling you, I want
dead
that
men.
movie. I want... Ewan McGregor is at an age... Yeah.
Ewan.
Whatever. McGregor is at an age... No. He's at an age where now he can play old Obi-Wan. And it makes sense. Make it happen, Disney. Quit being stupid.
That's aggressive.
Yeah. They're gonna buy me. Because that's what Disney does. So how long is it going to be before they... Last thing. For sure.
All right.
How long is it going to be before they just get fed up and buy Sony?
They can't.
So
it's a monopoly.
Disney walks into Hollywood tomorrow and goes, "How much?" And they're like, "What are you talking about? For what? Everything. How much?" They're like, "You don't have that much money." And then Mickey Mouse walks out and it's like, how much money?" And then you're like, "Oh shit, $4? Enough to get on a bus the fuck out of Hollywood. How much is that?" All right.
Anyway, thanks for listening. It's been a great week. Hopefully you guys have a good week, and we'll talk to you next time.
Later.